All right, welcome back to the shipyard. We are. Yeah, it's been that kind of day. We've been yeah.
So what happens when we take a bye week off?
Yeah.
Sorry, I clicked the button and I forgot I'd ordered. There we go. Wait, I should stop that.
Will's muting and unmuting himself. I'm not doing it, I promise. Yeah. So to recap people, because it's been like a month. Currently Yorin and Sanvana are up on an alien probe, and they're in a dark room, and by dark I mean pitch black. Nothing works. No signal on the tricorder, no signal off of their communicators.
I popped my head back through the door and said, "Hey, are you coming or not?" There was a weird sound in this room when we got communicated with.
Yeah.
And I, like every person who dies in a horror film, went, sure, I'll come in.
Yeah. Basically, you went in because there was nothing else to do anywhere else.
I went in because I couldn't ethically leave him there. I have a moral conundrum wherein I don't really want to hang out with Yorin, but I also can't let him die because that's not good. So I must follow him into the dark room.
I mean, it always says in the Book of Savannah, letting him die is not good.
Hey, you know what? You have to draw the line somewhere. Letting him die.
In all honesty, like half of you was going, I could probably just write in the report that he fell off a bridge or just got stabbed, got shot, and nobody would really question that.
I mean, look, this is totally one of those old sci-fi tropes where there's like random rooms with crushers and slashers and gnars that crush giant rooms full of stuff for absolutely no reason on a spaceship.
I mean, I'm not denying that.
Very Galaxy Quest.
Very Galaxy Quest.
Again, I'm not denying that.
Hey, I've got one job on this ship, and I'm darn well gonna do it, okay?
I just repeat what the computer says.
And you do it so brilliantly, my dear.
The rest
Talk about mansplaining.
The rest of the crew, meaning Zip, Solok. No. Again, I'm
Solok or Solek?
We need to change their name.
Tolek, Zip, Tolek. I'm sorry, Trig. Yeah, so Zip, Tolek, Tess,
Orange Black,
Dr. McLeod, Orange Black, and
Dr. McLeod.
That's me.
Yeah, that's Nick's doctor.
Dr. Gavin McLeod.
Right, that's your alt.
Yeah.
All I can think of is Star Quest.
They are in the control room on Taith after a bit of a shootout.
A scuffle, if you would.
And I believe it was Tigreth. If I don't... It's Tigreth now.
Exactly.
If it wasn't Tigreth before, it's Tigreth now.
Star Fox. Sorry. No, you keep going. Star Fox. It reminds me of Star Fox. Sorry.
So Tigreth is a Taith who
didn't die.
Who shot the female Taith who had signaled in her pocket and was running after Zip and the doctor as they were going for the control panel, the environmental control panel.
Yeah.
I should note that currently in the control room, it's starting to get rather cold.
Ooh, I wish I had a nice air conditioner that worked that well.
Yeah.
In Florida.
By this point, because I'm American, it's getting to be about 50 Fahrenheit. So we're talking that's about 10 centigrade.
That's cold.
But how many kelvins?
That sounds delightful. Can I move there? I was gonna say, Jordan, isn't my icy stare doing it for you? I feel like that would cool you down nice.
I mean, you have to assume that Jorn first recognizes that.
Sure. I've worked on it for so long.
And So we'll pick up in the control room with Tigreth going, starting to kind of clutch his arms and looking at the doctor, the Zip, and going, cooling it off in here. That's that's a good tactic. That'll keep us from doing much. His teeth are chattering as he's saying this. Actually, he doesn't really have teeth. His jaw is kind of shivering. Yeah, moving up and down. His body's starting to shake, trying to get heat into him, moving about.
Oh yeah, he's not being passive aggressive at all.
He's vibrating so much he's starting to create a low-level hum.
Not that much.
Oh, okay. So the crystalline entity is okay.
How did you know there was one in there? I don't have that much thread, okay? We're fine.
You keep it in your pocket, right?
Yeah, I keep a pocket crystalline entity, and for appropriate times.
Okay, before this goes into any weird kinky stuff.
Oh, hey.
Mr. Crystalline entity in my pocket.
Is that a crystalline entity in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? What? I'm in the dark with it's getting weird in here, okay?
It got weird, didn't it? Yeah.
Just a bit weird.
Yeah.
You better keep talking, David, or we're just going to hijack this entire show from you.
Yeah.
Well, I've set up stuff.
We're very proud of you.
Then you've got to lead us.
Yes.
Lead us like fish to
All right,
water.
I'm muting myself. Emily, mute yourself too so things can move.
All right, I'm muted.
So what's the plan after you freeze us all? I'm the only one left moving. You've incapacitated the others. I shot her. Like, where do we go from here? Are you just gonna freeze me too?
He's talking to all of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't quite know who's in charge.
Who is there? It's Tiani's there, right? Yeah.
No, Tani's on the ship.
Oh, that's right.
With the captain. It's Tess, Tola.
Tess, let me say yes.
Orange Black.
Yes. Okay. I'll look around, shrug my shoulders, and say, she called for reinforcements. I'd rather not have them come in here. And then I say, I did turn it all down for the entire base, right? You see the plan? That's the plan. Now you? I don't know.
You have a jacket or anything to keep me warm? I did shoot her. Kind of motions to the one. I haven't shot you guys much.
Is he still holding his weapon?
He's holstered it.
Okay. I give a glance over at Tess, and then I head over to controls, and I turn the temperature in this room up a little bit, a few degrees, a couple degrees.
He starts looking a little more relaxed, a little less on edge. Starts kind of moving around. He moves towards the doctor, who's at the computer bank for the probe, where you can see where Yorin and Sanvana are. And you start to see infrared cameras pop up, or infrared images come on screen, and you see You see what looks like a Pac-Man maze is probably the best way I can describe it. It's significantly smaller. It's roughly it's a 5x5 grid. There are dots. There are infrared dots spread throughout the 5x5 grid. Or sorry, give me a moment here to. Here, because I have this already set up. It's actually a 6-column, 4-row grid. You can see the two figures, both existing in the 3rd row, 2nd column. There are several hot, medium, and cold signatures around. I can give you exact descriptions as we go. But beyond those existing, you don't know what they mean.
We can't even tell which ones are the crew.
So,
or can we?
So you can see that 2 are moving.
Okay.
The rest are static. There are no heat signatures directly adjacent to the crew signatures. So, here. The best I can do, and this will not help the audience at home, but I will at least get this set up for you all. I'll take it the right way. Okay, so on the Facebook group, the 2 X's represent the crew, and then that's how you're seeing the display of heat signatures. Hot meaning, or H meaning hot, M meaning medium, and C meaning cold displays.
Okay. And the double X's are the crew. Okay. Do we actually see walls or anything, or do we just see these symbols? Oh, what's this?
You do not see walls.
Okay.
So, yeah, trying to navigate them, if you want to try to navigate your crew, that's going to be the tricky bit.
Okay.
Because that's all you are capable of seeing.
So, I look at our new friend, quote unquote friend, and say, you need to quickly explain what's going on. And while I do that, I look at Orange and Black and say, do you have any idea what's going on? And I look at the control panel and I just try to see if I can. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Orange Black looks at the screen and says, "It appears to be a map."
Okay, you're literal. I look back at her cold-blooded friend and say, "What is all this?"
Orange Black also continues and says, "I believe it is a puzzle where they would need to touch two signatures simultaneously."
Curious how you came up with that, but okay.
Remember, Chief, I am the same technology.
So you're saying you can interface with this and guide our crew members safely to those spots?
It is possible, but I believe I also may be limited by the information presented through these cameras.
Okay. Can we at least communicate with everyone?
So if you remember the last session, how you have the you have a mic.
That's right.
Or a speaker on at the control panel, the computer panel, that will broadcast your voice. What you don't know is that they don't hear your voice. They hear a very distorted voice. They still hear the words that you're saying, but it does not sound like you.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I look around and say, unless someone's got a better idea, and I tap the mic and say, Savannah, Yorin, can you hear me?
So, Sanvana, Yorin, you hear, Sanvana, Yorin, can you hear me?
I get a little squint in my eye, and I look at Sanvana.
You can't see me because it's dark.
I squint in the general direction that she is. Or at least I think she is, because I can hear her footsteps. And then I say in a loud voice, "No."
I put my fingers to the bridge of my nose and shake my head. And, okay.
Yes, we can hear you. Yorin, where are you?
This is a valuable test.
Yorin, I can't. Where? I'm reaching my arms out, trying.
You've contaminated the experiment.
Yorin, there've been enough experimentation. What do you want? We've done your little picture tests. We've crossed through various things. What do you want? We can hear you. Of course we can hear you.
Don't listen to her. She's obviously delusional. We definitely did not hear anything you said.
While reaching my hand out, I accidentally make contact with the side of Yorin's face.
Yes, you do. you absolutely do that.
Yorin, is that you? It felt squishy.
No.
I swing my hand again and clock him again on the side.
Do I hear this coming?
You start to feel air rushing towards you as her hand makes contact with your face.
Oh God, Yorin! I'd recognize that squishy head of yours anywhere, Yorin. I can start feeling it feel its ears.
Oh, you know.
Yorin,
face by you before.
Never mind about that.
Have you had your chocolate yet?
Not enough. We need to stick together. It's dark and you can't wander off. Do you understand?
I was doing so until you shoved me halfway across the room by my head.
You wouldn't tell me where you were. But I'm not fighting with you. I haven't had enough. Yorin.
I know it's not a fight. I'm the only one covered in bruises.
I say into the mic.
We call a massacre.
I say into the mic, don't worry, we're going to get you out of here. And then I click the mic off and look at the air and say, I think they're going to die.
Yorin, the creepy man says that he's going to get us out of here, but frankly, it hasn't been a great day for I don't really trust that voice.
Well, now that he knows we can hear him.
Yorin, he's always known we can hear him. We've responded to him before.
Then why did he ask?
I don't know, Yorin. I'm in the same situation as you. I don't have any more information.
You're obviously not thinking logically here, so why don't you leave all of this hard thinky work to me, and you go have a nice bite of your chocolate cake over in the corner. Yorin tries to point in a direction and doesn't know where an actual corner is, so he points over there.
Meanwhile, I have a pretty firm grip on Yorin's shoulder, trying to get my bearings, and so I'm mentally counting like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
With the mic still
5.
off, I look at the others and say, okay, can someone contact the ship? See if we can contact the ship. Maybe they can scan and beam these guys out.
2.
And then, because they're going to die. And then I turn the mic back on and say, guys, I'm not a creepy dude. I'm not creepy. This is Zip. The rest of the team is here.
Prove that you're Zip. It hasn't really. I'm sorry for putting you through the ringer there, but it hasn't.
Now you want him to prove that he's Zip just because he says so. Make up your mind.
Because it's possible to prove that he's Zip. Yorin, please don't make me explain my logic to you. It's been too long of a day.
Maybe this is the worst timeline, and we should have stayed on the other ship. The
Oh.
other Hadfield. Right? Okay.
Okay. Does that satisfy you, Yorin? Or are you going to try to move pictures around or something? Yorin?
What?
Yorin.
Never mind. I start walking towards where I think the opposite end of the room where we came in from is.
I don't let go of your shoulder, so I'm being slightly pulled and / walking in that direction.
Which direction do they move? Yeah.
I think we're moving what we believe to be away from where the entrance was.
Right, but
I mean, we should be just within the entrance to begin with.
Yeah, we didn't make it very far before we started fighting.
yeah, but I need to know the positions on the map so I can track you.
Okay,
We can track you.
I will say that they are currently they would be walking north, which is up.
Okay.
Cardinal directions right now.
Right.
Northwest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I quickly say, "Guy, whoa, don't move. We can see." Okay, here's what's happening. We can see we're looking at a screen. According to Orange Black, the infrared signatures we're seeing, because that's all we can see, is I think you're the two moving signatures that are together, but there are multiple signatures all around you in various locations. And all that we can tell is some are low, some are cooler than others, some are hot, some are in between. And I don't know what those mean.
So I should say now they are now in the I should just say put it this way. They are in the
Trash compactor.
No.
We're gonna die.
So they're going to be moving not where the circles are or the ovals are, but between them in the rows and columns between circles.
Okay.
Now you're just trying to make things confusing.
So they're not going to hit the heat signatures.
Oh, I thought the circles were rooms, or basically room.
No.
Okay.
It's if they get close to them, they're almost like walls, and they could reach out and touch them. But they're more like corridors.
So they're not actually in that one circle in the map.
They're not. They were more to the left of it.
Okay.
And so now they're at the gap, the intersection after the second row and after the first column.
I feel like you should have just put coordinates on this map, David.
I should have. I should have.
We're in the intersection. That sounds dangerous.
You're on an intersection.
Okay.
But there's no traffic.
And we can also see this map, David.
I know you guys can, but
should we pretend that we can't?
I'll say this: you're still in a dark room, so you have very little sense of direction, and there may also be traps.
Great. When can I walk into one?
It depends. I will tell you this: it depends on which direction you go from here.
Oh, and I'm attached to your. Okay.
Can I touch a wall?
Right now, no, because you're in an intersection.
Gotcha. But I wouldn't know I'm in an intersection. So if I tried to go in one direction and touch a wall, so I would not be
in
the middle of nowhere with no support.
So
you could use the left hand and follow the labyrinth wall.
You could definitely try. I would say that Zip, you may want to utilize Orange Black or yourself to try to see what you can glean from the map, or somebody else.
As Yorin waits for instructions, he immediately picks a random direction to walk until he hits a wall.
Okay.
Since I'm grabbing onto your shoulder, I stumble forward and run into yours.
I look back at the others and say, "That one's urine."
Okay, so here's how I'm going to do random. I'm going to roll a d20.
I think you should roll a d360.
That would also work, but no, I'm going to roll a d20. 1 through 5 is north, and then 6 through 10 is west, and so on.
I mean, there's a very high likely capability that I don't walk directly in the direction of an open area.
Hey, look, you're walking north.
Woo!
I also burned a crit. So you start walking north, and which hand are you reaching out with?
The right
that's
one.
the hand you're going to lose.
The right hand. Okay, so you reach out with the right hand, and you just feel a wall.
All right, found a wall.
And so
I orient myself so that I am standing parallel to the wall.
Parallel to the wall. Okay.
I kind of stumble forward when you stop, and then try to position myself so that I still have a hand on your shoulder, my right hand on your left shoulder, but I reach out and touch the wall as well to see what we're up against.
Okay.
So where are they on the map so I can actually track this?
They are now touching the second row, second column wall. The left wall of that cell.
Now, are you saying 2-2 as in an XY plane on a mathematical grid, or as in 2-2 as in 2 to the right and 2 down from the bottom, from the top?
I'm saying if the no, hold on.
Does your Y coordinate start from the top or the bottom?
The top.
Okay.
And you're saying I forgot what you said already. They were 1 down, 2 over?
No, 2 down.
2 down, 1 over?
2 down, 2 over.
They are touching the left wall of 2 down, 2 over.
So on the other side is the C in the middle. Okay.
If they went one more room over, they'd be touching C.
Okay, so they're touching the one opposite C.
Yes.
Okay.
I start following whatever wall I'm at, following it around until someone tells me otherwise.
I have a firm grip on Yorin. Yorin. We
What?
can't.
What?
Yorin.
What?
We are not going to wander around in the dark. Let's try to see if we can get some direction.
We're not wandering. We have an arm on the wall. Did you never read the myth of?
I know I didn't read that.
Look,
myth.
there was a
Daedalus?
guy. I remember it was one of those human names in
Daedalus.
I didn't know. I didn't read the myth of the guy with the wall.
I think his name was Daedalus.
Yeah, I'm sure you.
Dad, I lose.
Dad, I lose. No, Yorin, I did. Yorin, I'm sorry. I'm going to quit in with that, but we can't just wander around in the dark.
And I keep walking as I'm distracting her with my rattle.
I asked Orange Black. Okay, as long as Yorin's got the idea here. This is how you get out of a maze. As long as they do that, will they be okay on their own?
So Orange Black's going to make a roll. This is going to be a reason and what? I don't know. Reason. Security?
Sure.
Okay, sure. It's gonna be difficulty 3 because this is the first time we're doing this. His reason security is 12. Would you like to spend momentum to boost him up?
I mean, that's up to you. I'm all for doing this however the way I want.
I'll say like Zip and Dr. McLeod. Would you like him to try to be more proficient at solving this maze?
We bestow upon you our inspiration.
I got no problem with him spending momentum, and I'll assist if I can.
Actually, yeah, I think you can. You've been trying to direct this.
I studied mazes in the academy. Yes,
You took the mazes course. I'm very proud.
Labyrinthian theory.
Tactical building placement.
Well, there's good news and there's bad news.
I hope it's 320s.
Do I also roll reason security?
Yes.
Wait, let me change that. I hope there's 420s.
Oh.
Blaze it.
Okay, I got a success, so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's boring.
So, like I said, there's good news and there's bad news.
Okay.
The good news is that he has computer proficiency, Orange Black, so he gets an extra D20.
Okay.
So the extra D20 was a 20.
No, I did get 2 successes, but I also got 2 20s.
220, blaze it.
Okay, so we succeeded. We got 3 successes.
Yeah, but did we complicate this?
Oh no, you've messed up the room. Now all the lights are off.
Orange Black figures out how to do it, but can only speak Klingon. Which is fine with me. I can speak Klingon. So
global thermonuclear war.
Yeah.
Estrella.
Orange Black just says, would you like to?
No, so the
complication.
I'm gonna add. I have to add a couple more traps.
As you do.
Good.
Because you do.
There's Orange Black now. Now I need Orange Black to tell me about traps so I can.
Yes. So Orange Black says, "Chief, tell them to stop."
Okay.
Walking in the invisible wall.
Yorin, Savannah, stop, freeze.
Yorin, stop! I grab really hard on Yorin's shoulder to make him, that causes him to stop.
Are they still pretty much in the same place on the map?
Wait, she's part Vulcan. Does she have the Vulcan strength and a grip on my shoulder?
Yes, I do.
I faint to the floor.
This just got so much easier.
Wait, hold on. I am gonna make you make a roll for this because
Please,
you
yes.
did just really potentially hurt him. So
I don't have my die roller up, so you're gonna have to roll for me to see if I killed Yorin.
Not killed.
Nerve pinched.
This is accidentally nerve pinched. This is gonna be your control security. against his.
Someone's gonna roll for me.
Against my flat-footed.
Against your
my
like
JC.
Who wants to spin momentum, or is this not?
Fitness security. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That is definitely what Yorn is best at.
So what's Nirvana rolling? I can roll it.
A 10.
She needs 10s. All right.
Oops.
9 and a 19. So
that's one success for Sanvana. Lauren?
I got a 20 and an 18.
Okay, you are down.
No.
You are down on the ground. Like no contest. You also you hear a voice over the like out of nowhere, Sanvana. You hear a voice that says fatality.
I turn off the mic and look at the doctor. Says, "I think she killed him."
Just as you predicted.
Though you do notice there's still a heat signature radiating from Yorin.
That'll last a good half hour. After my demise.
So I reached out and make sure and figure out where his face is and put my hand in front to make sure he's still breathing. Once I've determined that, I just kind of stay in the crouch position with my hand on his shoulder.
Wait. Make an insight medicine roll.
Okay, fine. Someone roll for me.
Difficulty 2.
Okay.
He is a Vorta. You're unfamiliar with his medical.
His breathing organs.
Where he breathes from? Oh, come on.
Fine. Difficulty 1.
Okay, somebody roll for me and so that I can get past this part.
16.
All right.
16, all right. No, 1919. I mean 1918.
So I don't know if he's alive or not.
You have no idea.
I'm a really shitty doctor. Excuse me.
You put him into a deep hibernation, right?
I mean, you just grabbed his shoulder, knocked him to the ground, and now you have no idea if he's alive or not.
Oh, no.
I feel like Yorn just wanted out of this scene.
So I'm over Yorn and I'm thinking, oh gosh, oh no, oh, so much paperwork.
So not knowing any of this has happened,
my problem is now I'm picturing her standing up with her hands in front of her, shaking like this. And it's like, oh no, what did I do? And she's got you're doing something like half a Minnesotan accent, I think.
Oh no, yeah, my inner monologue is a Minnesotan.
Oh, what have I done? Don't you know?
Oh God.
All right.
Well.
Hi.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And I don't know any of this has happened because
Okay.
I still see 2 heat signatures, right?
So Orange Black takes Chief. It'll be easier if I direct them at this point.
Please.
Because now that
in my head, I'm thinking, I don't know why I'm really trusting him, but okay, please. And I step away, but keep an eye on the console. And I look at our guy, and I look at the cold-blooded fellow, and I just point him and says, when we're done with this, lots of explanation, please.
Sure thing.
Hey guys.
Chief. Yes, Sanvana, this is Orange Black.
I think I may have complicated things a little bit.
Did you murder Yorin?
I knew it.
I'm not sure. So I kind of reached out and grabbed him, and it turned into a Vulcan grab, and he's down, like down, and I'm not really sure if he's breathing or not. It's been a while since I've taken that course at the academy, the whole breathing. breathing course. So,
I just look at the doctor with my hands in the air going, what the?
Well,
so if, I don't know what to do. I'm alone in the dark.
Yorn was obviously the brains of the operation.
I just almost killed somebody. I'm sorry if I'm a little shook up, man.
Orange Black just says, carry him.
What?
Drag him. I don't care. You need him.
Fine. So I look at Yorn. Well, I look in Yorn's direction because I can't see him. And I think I need to do a roll for this because I need to figure out if I can lift him or not.
Yeah, you're Vulcan.
You obviously have part of the Vulcan strength.
Okay. So the question is, start thinking, do I lift him? Do I drag him?
Princess Carrie?
I know what's one where Yorn would like to wake
Bodyguard.
up.
Yeah, how would you like to move him?
Fireman's carry. Drag me by a
By
leg.
the hair.
Well, apparently I didn't pass the medical course to learn if he's breathing or not. So,
I mean, this is more of like you found like a giant dead lizard in a random spot on a planet. How would you pull it along? You drag it by the tail with one hand and try to keep as far away from it as possible.
Oh, now that you're suggesting it. All right, so I decide to reach. I pat down and I find his leg and I hook it under my arm and say, okay, I'll get him out of here. Where should I go?
South. Back the way you came.
Okay. I was going to say, you can't tell me just south because I have no idea what direction it is. So back the way I came. So I pick him up and start dragging him, and I can hear him kind of along the floor as I set back.
Thankfully, it's not a stone-paved road, and I was going bonk, bonk, bonk.
Oh, God. Yorn, why do you eat so much? So I start dragging him along. I'm walking back slowly, reaching my other hand out to try to search for a wall or anything like that. I've taken about, I don't know, quite a few steps south now.
Yeah. When the wall curves, don't follow the curve.
Okay, so I need to reach out, and do I feel the wall already, or do I have to roll for that?
So
we were at the wall to start with.
You were at the wall to start with.
Okay, so I reach my hand out to the side, and I start touching the wall, and I'm dragging Yorn with me and going along the wall. Okay. Yep. I eventually decide to switch Yorn's leg because I feel bad that one might be damaged from doing that. So I switch legs, and then I go along and I start to feel where the wall will curve. All right, it's curving now. Where should I go?
Straight.
Okay, so if I go straight, I'm not going to be able to touch the wall anymore because it's curving.
You'll pick up a wall again.
Which is the wall going to be in front of me or to the side of me?
Same side, left hand.
Left hand. Okay.
Left hand, right stomp.
Or right hand.
Foot, left stomp.
I was thinking it was my right hand that I was touching the wall with, but okay.
There's a wall on both sides. You're fine.
Okay, so I go straight forward until I touch a wall with my hand. All right, which way should I go now?
Keep going south until the wall curves.
But I just touched a wall. I have a wall in front of me. How does that make sense?
No. You have a wall to your side.
Oh, okay.
So follow that wall. That wall will curve, and I need you to follow that curve.
Okay.
On your right hand.
Okay, so I reach out my right hand and follow the wall, and it starts to curve, and I have to stop for a second to readjust Yorn. I look at him. I look down in his direction, and I contemplate whether or not I should see if he's breathing or not again. Then I go, yeah. So I keep.
Okay, Yorn, I'm gonna need you to make a roll to see if you've woken up yet.
I'm gonna say I've literally dragged you around.
How many numbers?
So it's going to be your fitness.
Something terrible. That's fine.
Yeah, fitness security, difficulty 3.
Okay.
You can try to buy up. I just
Oh no! I'm having a great time here being unconscious.
drug around.
Well, you're not, but me totally. So I got a 4 and an 11. That's one success.
That's one success. You're starting the process of waking up.
So he's stirring a little bit, so I can tell he's alive.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I see that he's stirring, and then I have a momentary sense of relief that he's not dead. But then
And no paperwork.
Less paperwork.
No, less paperwork.
Yeah, less paperwork.
You still incapacitated an officer.
But it was dark. Maybe nobody will notice.
If a Vorta falls in a dark room and nobody notices,
Does
there
he still
paperwork?
bruised from the punch earlier?
And nobody cares.
Is there paperwork to fill?
I've already punched him in the face and knocked him out. There's going to be so much paperwork.
I mean, don't think the punch had anything to do with lessening the difficulty of knocking him out.
If Q snaps his fingers in a nebula, does anyone hear it? Does it make a sound?
No.
No, so
But it makes that shiny ding effect.
All right.
So I breathe a sigh of relief, and I try. So I lean down and try to shake him awake a little bit, but he just kind of stirs and doesn't really.
She shakes me, my head comes off the floor, and whiplashes back down.
God.
I am capable of shaking somebody without injuring them. I'm not a monster.
No, you're just a Vulcan.
Hey, Doctor.
Yes.
As you're kind of looking at the map, you start to notice some patterns.
How specific?
Some sort of pattern. I need you to make an insight science roll, and tell me how many successes you get.
Two 15s.
That sounds like a 0.
And I've got 13 for my number. So yeah, that's no.
So no, okay. So maybe you don't. You thought you had a pattern.
Wait. No,
never mind. No. Okay. Zip. You also kind of think when you hear the doctor say, wait, you kind of go, oh, maybe he's onto something. So I'm gonna need you to make an insight engineering roll actually here.
Okay.
Difficulty 3 though.
How much momentum do we have?
You have 3 momentum at present.
Well, I'll have to burn 1 for sure.
So I will say this. This is a task where if you succeed, good things will happen. If you fail, nothing bad happens.
Okay.
I've already almost killed a crew member. I really don't know where we can go from there.
So can I apply my computers or survival focus?
Computers focus, yes.
Okay. And you said inside engineering, so I need 13s. All right, here we go. Oh my! Wow,
that sounds great.
I spent a momentum. I forgot.
Okay.
So I did get a 4, so that's 2 successes.
Okay.
And then I got a 17 and a 20.
Do you have nothing that lets you reroll?
Oh shoot! I have to.
No.
Are you a bold engineer?
No.
No, I'm dauntless, but I'm not being threatened.
No.
Veteran, I don't think apply. No, don't apply. Supervisor? No, I don't think supervisor applies.
We're all dead.
Well, you're asleep, so you won't really feel it. It's fine.
That's
like
true.
I said, nothing bad happens aside from the fact that you rolled a 20. I'm just,
And you don't know what he was going to tell you.
and you don't know what I was going to tell you, but
the effect on that is just brain fart.
You walk into a room and you immediately forget why you went there.
My tongue.
I'm gonna try to make that roll with orange black. Just
Yoren could make it. He's an insightful engineer.
Yoren's asleep. It's very.
He could make that check in his sleep.
the answer is
Sanfana is noticing as she's dragging him along. It's so much. It's actually kind of peaceful in here.
Maybe Yoren bursts awake and he blurts out a word that indirectly is related, and then he passes out again.
Rosebud.
The answer is no. Orange black is not currently helpful.
Oh.
We're getting no help from nobody.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
You're not. You lie.
So I keep going along the wall. Am I gonna run into anything eventually? It's very
So do you remember what orange black told you?
To follow the wall.
The curved wall?
Yeah, the curved wall.
Okay. Okay,
That's what I'm doing. I'm able to follow directions.
So as long as you're doing that, you're okay.
All right. Well, that's what I'm doing, but I want to know how long this curved wall is because I'm dragging a person.
Switch to your left hand against the wall. The left wall.
All right. So I start to switch, and then I realize that there has to be a more efficient way of carrying Yoren. So I look down at him, and I pick him up by one arm and one leg and over the top so that he's over my shoulders. And so then I hold on to him and reach out with my left hand against the wall with him over my shoulders.
Fireman's carry. Good choice.
Yep.
Okay. So essentially you're going to follow this. You're gonna do like a half circle. So you're gonna wrap around the corner and you're gonna be facing the other way.
Okay.
So it basically curves, goes straight, and then curves again. So wait for that. And then after that happens, you're just going to go straight for a while. I'll tell you when to stop.
Okay. So I just keep going along that route, having to kind of adjust Yoren every little bit because he's just basically dead weight.
Yeah. Hey, Yoren, you want to make another wake up roll?
Come on, Yoren.
It's only difficulty 2 this time.
Amazing. I actually made it. I got a 7 and a 5.
You're awake!
Okay, so you're awake, but a little groggy.
What? Oh, what? Ow, my stomach. What?
And by the way, your shoulder is aching like nothing else.
Oh, he's not dead, guys.
So much so that I'm actually going to call it a minor injury right now.
Where's my tulip berry wine?
So I hear Yoren start talking. Oh, Yoren, you doing all right there, buddy? So I kind of let him down.
Just slipped and fell. It was terrible.
Let him off my shoulders. Are you doing okay? How are you feeling?
Oh, it feels like a gorilla tried to tear my arm off.
You know, it's we're wandering around in the dark. You gotta be careful when we're wandering around in the dark. You know, it's not always safe.
In my stomach, it feels like all my weight was on it, on a sharp, pointy thing getting bounced up and down.
Well, we'll definitely get the doctor to take a look at that when you get back. But do you think you can walk? I've been carrying you, and it'd be nice if you could walk with me. You can lean on me a little bit if you need to.
10 and 16. That's 2 successes. He thinks about his stomach, thinks about being carried by over his shoulder. Oh.
So what do you say, buddy?
No, I think I can. I think I can walk. I think I will be perfectly fine. You can just stay back there. I'll let you take the lead this time, if you don't mind, though. Yeah.
Are you sure you're it? I mean, if you can lean on me if you want to.
Oh no! I'll just keep a hand on your shoulder right here and just
take a left.
Okay, so let's take a left here. Just don't hold on so tight. Just gentle touch there, Yorin. Let's go. So we start to take I mentally go, okay, maybe he believed that. And then keep going. And keep following the directions.
Yes, the person with maxed out insight and psychology believed you.
Okay, stop. This is one of the hot signatures.
Doesn't feel very hot.
We can't see anything.
Touch the right wall and you'll understand.
So I reach my hand out and touch the right wall.
I let her do that first.
How quickly do you touch the wall?
Very, just basically trying to graze it, not trying to put a full hand.
Which is amazing considering she can't see it.
Well,
so
I'm kind of doing the
hesitantly reaching out. Just like
as you start to reach out, you start to feel a heat wave emanating from the wall.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd like to keep going into it, you certainly can.
I think not. We're running. I can't really get injured because we
Well, Orange Black did tell you to do it, so it must be safe.
I mean, we don't know it's Orange Black. Do we know it's Orange Black? Maybe we still think it's Zip.
So I'm reaching my hand. I can feel that it's getting. I can feel that it's getting warmer. I don't know if I should touch it though. It seems quite hot all the while.
I push Sanvana from the other side.
And then I lean and my hand lands smack against the wall.
I mean, I accidentally stumble against her from the other side.
That's indeed unfortunate. Oh my, how did that happen?
Hold on. This is gonna be your...
We're gonna die.
This is the silliest timeline.
It's just a matter of who goes first. I'm losing at one injury already, but you never know.
Oh, hey, look. Your hand's not completely scalded off.
Oh, good. Big fan.
Because you rolled really well.
Ooh.
So I'm assuming it hurts, though.
Oh, it hurts.
Ah! You're in!
Sorry, it's dark. I couldn't see. What happened?
What do you think happened? It was hot. Ha! Oh, you're in.
Didn't he tell us it would be hot?
You pushed me.
I stumbled. I'm sorry. I'm a little groggy. Apparently I got attacked while I was unconscious.
There's no reason for you to push me, though, Yorin. That's not how. Gosh. Okay, I get it.
You stopped very suddenly. I'm sorry.
Not just. Okay, voice man, I get it. Hot wall. We won't go near the hot wall. Ah, Yorin. Did Yorin let go of me when he pushed me or stumbled into me to the wall? Or is he still holding on to me?
So before that happens, after you've touched that signature, you notice that some lights are starting to turn on in your room.
Okay. Are they turning on in front of us, behind us, around us?
Kind of all over. Think of it this way. There's banks of lights in the ceiling, and some of them are coming on. There's no real pattern to them.
So is it a little
we've got vaguely the emergency lighting from a movie theater.
Or is it kind of like when fluorescents have to turn on and they're just kind of barely...
Or all the lights in this room are on 2 switches and somebody turned on the first switch.
Okay.
I mean, this just seems like poor design now.
All right, so we can see... So how far ahead can we see and what can we see?
You can see directly ahead of you. You actually see kind of a you see a wall in the middle of, or just past the intersection, such that if you hit it, it probably wouldn't be good for you.
Okay.
It looks a little spiky.
Oh, okay. So we can see spikes. What about the wall that I just hit? Is it basically like a stove burner?
It's black. So if anything, it's probably infrared itself.
Okay. So can I know I have good eyesight, but Yoren doesn't have good eyesight. Can Yoren see it?
No.
Oh god.
This is really bad eyesight.
Or
okay.
Yoren sees a black wall.
Yoren, be careful. There's apparently this other wall's hot, and there's a wall in front of us that has spikes on it. Can you see it?
I mean, I took it from your screams that it was hot.
There's also another wall that has spikes on it that we need to be careful about.
I mean, that seems unpleasant as well.
So I'm reaching out because Yoren's kind of let go of me when he stumbled and pushed me into the wall, and so I can see him. So I kind of grab him gently by the arm.
Yes.
And linked arms with him. Okay, we're gonna stick together because I have better eyesight than you. Okay.
I'm not quite sure how I see that logically follows, but okay.
So
you're the Vulcan.
I can see the spiky walls. You can't. It's better that I lead the way.
Spiky walls. I mean, I can see something. I can see walls at least.
Go straight and take a right at the spiky wall.
Okay, so we both kind of walk. So I'm trying to baby my hand because it hurts. I have my left arm linked around him. We're kind of going kind of slowly because he's hurting and I'm hurting, and
mutual pain.
Mutual pain. Yeah, sorry. So mutual pain is binding us together.
Which hand? Which hand did you reach out with?
My right hand.
Okay.
The burned one.
Yes, obviously.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant after the burning, because I'm still picturing her using the burned hand to guide her way while her left arm is linked in mine.
Yeah, but now that you kind of have some lighting, you don't need to do as much. Hey, there's a wall here. Wall.
And logically,
no wall. What?
Logically, I'd rather keep one of my hands uninjured so I'll keep using my right hand to reach out if I have to. So if I have to sacrifice one hand to save the other, I'll do that.
So you keep going straight, and the voice, Orange Black says, "All right, make the semicircle to your left."
Okay, so we follow the instructions. Yoren's being very quiet and very proud of him.
Yoren's very carefully waiting for a chance to feel another super hot radiation.
And then make a right, and it's 2 banks in front of you.
Okay, so we go through and go through there. Come on, Yoren, just a little bit more. We're gonna be fine, okay?
I'm walking here.
Very funny, De Niro, or whoever does that.
Any New Yorker ever. Every
New Yorker.
All.
All right, so what do we see?
Views held by David are not held by everyone else.
David's views do not reflect the views of those.
Those that he has corralled into, being a part of this podcast.
Okay, so we turn, and so we make that turn, and what are we looking at now? Or what am I looking at now? Yoren's not looking at anything.
So Orange Black says, "Well, here it is. The other hot signature."
Okay, so you led us to another hot signature? What do I see in front of me? Do I see another wall, or do I see something else?
So you see kind of the big black infrared wall, just like the other one had. On either side of it, you see doorways.
Okay.
But they are locked to the best of your vision.
Okay, so which door do we try? Yorn, what do you think? Or unless the voice man has something to say.
Yorn attempts to analyze the situation and see if his tricorder works yet, since there's actually lights on.
Make a roll. Give me a reason engineering roll. Difficulty 2.
Gotcha. I'll give you a threat for this.
Okay.
All right. And since I spent a threat, I get a reroll.
Great. I'm gonna increase your complication range to 18.
Gotcha. 8, 11, and 13 is 3 successes.
Nah.
How dare we
You were
have
close though. My roll before rerolling was a 15.
Okay. So yeah, your tricorder is working. There are limitations to it. There's some sort of minor dampening field in this room. There some kind of interference. You can't quite tell what's going on, but your tricorder has functionality, but not what you're used to from it.
Mm-hmm. Does it give you any information that applies to my current situation?
Your current situation. You can tell hot, very hot.
Yep.
And you can tell that there's circuitry running from that central bank to both doorways adjacent to it.
So are the doors really hot, or are they just hot everywhere?
The doors are not hot, as far as he can tell.
Hot or not?
Oh, they're not. Oh, gosh. Yorn, what does your tricorder say?
My tricorder apparently thinks they are doors.
Any other information? Are they warm? Because that's a problem we've had before, and I would really like to not repeat that.
It might not be.
All right.
There's a lot of things interfering with this, so I'm not making any guesses on that account.
I don't think I've ever heard you not give an opinion, Yorn.
I know, that's weird, isn't it? Maybe I have brain damage.
One can only hope. All right, voice man. Do you know which door we're supposed to take, or are we just on our own here?
Based on previous evidence, touching it seemed to have some effect. Perhaps
the effect was burning my hand. If we could not do that cause and effect again, I'd be a big fan.
And turning the lights on.
So I have to burn myself to get the lights to turn on more?
Or burn something.
Yorn? Do you want to offer up your hand to science? I need to keep one of my hands all right. Do you think you could maybe touch the wall?
I take off my uniform jacket and rack it around my hand before I touching it.
A good plan.
All right, so Yorn, you're making this.
Yorn in a purple tank top.
Great. You need to give me a daring medicine roll.
Woohoo!
And I will say the number of successes you get lessen your injury.
Yay!
3 20s.
Oh, gotcha. So there's no challenge rating on this.
There's no challenge rating.
Let's go ahead and throw another throw another threat in there for you, David.
Oh, okay.
Let's clear that. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow, that didn't help at all. No, that's 0 successes. 15, 15, 16.
Oh my God.
This is the worst night of rolling.
So your
we might have ever had.
your jacket is incinerated.
I mean, that's good.
Your fingerprints are also incinerated.
Oh my
Ooh,
God.
that's not terrible.
And your pinky is badly burned.
Ow!
Oh my God.
The rest of your hand varies between first, second, and third degree burns.
Oh my God.
So that's gonna need some time with the dermal regenerator.
Do I have one in my medikit pack?
I don't believe you brought one.
No, we
I
didn't.
thought we brought
didn't.
everything.
I believe amongst the 7 or 8 of you who beamed down to the planet, you did.
All I brought was
I've got my med kit, of course.
Yeah, all I brought was a tablet and a tricorder. I didn't bring anything.
Then I have Then I have my engineering kit. Then
Yes.
I mean that's like a med kit, but
There's no
No.
If you want to take the finger
For
off,
machines.
probably.
Yes. If you'd like to remove your finger
no. I think I'll leave that for now.
and pack it in yogurt, I'm sure the doctor can reattach it later.
Oh God. Okay. Yorin.
I'm gonna need to jury rig a half med kit, half engineering kit to take with me at all times.
Yes,
So-
you are.
So I take Yorin's hand, and so I have some. Can I do a roll to see if I can help him in any way, like wrap it up, or?
Sure, you can make a insight medicine roll. Wait,
Okay.
no, that would be to diagnose. We already
Yeah.
have a problem.
We know what's wrong.
That would be a reason medicine.
Okay. Well,
Reason.
if someone can roll for me, that'd be great.
So 14 is your target.
Okay.
I don't feel like tormenting you. I could spin thread. I'm not.
I'll do it. All right.
Let's see if I
You'll
can help
spend
Yorin.
threat. Wait, what?
Yeah, because John, your rolls have been fabulous.
Yeah. Let me roll.
To try to comfort him or do anything, I'll set the difficulty at 1. The more successes you get, the more you can do to help him.
We should have Nick roll.
Oh, there we go. I like
He's
that.
the doctor.
Come on, Nick. Let's see if I can actually. Since I didn't know he was breathing earlier, I should hopefully be able to now know if I can fix burns.
You don't want me to roll 14 and 15.
Oh, God. Do I make it worse?
I mean, 14 is a success,
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
so that's at least 1.
I'm even using my blue medical D20s.
Oh, how fancy.
They're clear blue.
Oh. All right. So what do I
I
have?
wouldn't have been any better. So yeah, so you take a look at it, and this is where I wish I knew more medical terminology. You are able to recall some events in your past with burn victims, and remember some courses of treatment.
Well, we have to get the first thing that we have to do is we have to make sure that we get the clothing that's probably now fused into the burns out of the. We have to get them cleaned out. We can't just have that stay in there.
Oh, okay. There, I like that. So you grab his engineering kit.
Which will hurt, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
good.
you grab his engineering kit. You grab one of the lasers, and you say, "Yorin, look away. This won't hurt." And you.
So I lied to him.
Oh yeah, you lie to him. You lie your butt off,
Like a
to
medical
him.
professional.
Like
and you start just digging the clothing
Digging.
out.
taking it out, not digging it out. I can.
No, okay, fine.
I have some I can't nearly kill him all the time. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I carefully remove while trying to get it all out of there, which helps to clean the wound a little bit. And then, is there any type of? We need something to wrap his hand in. Oh God.
Are there any scraps left of my jacket that fell on the floor or something?
Yeah, let's use.
No, it's incinerated.
Oh, nice.
It is completely incinerated.
All right, so I decide to take off. I have basically a tank top underneath mine. I take off my jacket and tear off the arm portion of it and wrap it around your hand.
It's only a little part, right?
Yeah.
Like, I thought you were just going for the finger, or is this the whole hand thing?
It's the whole hand, honey.
Okay, so that could take a sleeve, I see.
Yeah, so I rip off one sleeve and use it to wrap around, and then I go to put the jacket on and realize that it has one sleeve, so I just tear off the other sleeve and then put the jacket back on, and I now have
a little flex a bit, and then
and I now have a start fleet issues vest.
Exactly.
I take my sleeve of you.
Oh.
Okay. After you do that, as you look up, you notice that the lights are on completely. Mm-hmm. But B, both doors are open.
Okay. All right. Boys, man, now that we've sacrificed another limb for science, what door should we go through?
I do not know.
Yorn?
Perhaps, I call left.
Perhaps one in each.
I already called dibs on the left one.
You want to go left and I'll go right?
I mean, no, maybe I should take the right because I'm always right.
I rolled the die in each hand and the left one was higher.
The left one was higher. Jordan, I'm not sure we should separate. We're already pretty injured and we've been together. I don't know what's going to happen if we separate.
Jordan just kind of gives a big shrug and starts heading over to the left. She can follow if she wants.
I think about it, and I weigh the options. And I decide, all right, Jordan, I'm going to go right. Hopefully I'll see you on the other side. And I head to the right door.
And just as I walk in, I try to stick my head back out. It's like, wait, did you say the other side? I know that euphemism.
I'm not... Jordan, I don't know. No, just what's over there for you? What do you see?
Did the door shut behind us or no?
Yes, the doors have shut behind you.
Figured.
You are now in.
So Jordan's alone with a burnt hand.
Can I hear her after the door's closed?
Hold on.
Okay.
You are in a
sphere of annihilation.
Very archaic control room.
Are we both in a control room, or are we both?
And
wooden lacquer, levers, dials. Oh, classic. No.
So this is what appears to be the bridge engineering area of the probe. The heart of it.
Wait, is that just you? Is that just Jordan, or is that me as well?
You're both seeing this in front of you.
Okay.
And then as Jordan looks to his right and Sanvana looks to her left, you see each other.
The heck is this?
So it's like with two doors that go into the same room, basically. Uh-huh. Okay. I'm just like, wait, how did that work?
Oh, I just wanted to see how you guys were going to figure that one out.
Oh, yeah. We went
There's nothing between us?
There's some space between you. But,
yeah.
But there's always some
tension, mostly.
Stole my line, Doc.
Tension, sexual or otherwise.
Oh, God, no. All right.
We still haven't proven that Vorta reproduce in any way, in any form that way.
Neither do androids, but
I mean, yeah, that is the thing.
All right, so I look at the levers. I see Jordan, and I
pull out the tricorder.
Actually, here, but between you, there appears to be a rudimentary transporter.
Okay. So
it's like kind of like what the runabouts look like.
Yeah.
So I take I have my tricorder as well. I take my tricorder out and see if I can scan the transporter just to see if I can get some more information about its functionality and
If it's burning hot.
If it's burning hot, we've learned that. We've learned to not touch this.
I mean, someone has obviously engineered this ship poorly that it overheats so easily.
No.
Okay, if you just want to scan it to know if it's burning hot, it's not.
But I also want to scan it to see if it's functional.
Okay. Okay, that you will need to roll for. That is a insight engineering roll.
Should I do it?
Let me get this one.
Let Yorin get. We want to eventually get off this thing, so let Yorin do it.
It is going to be. I'm going to set the difficulty at 2.
Mm-hmm.
There is much more to be learned at 3.
Insight engineering?
Yeah.
I'll give you a threat.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. What? Oh, I get rerolls. Thank God.
Yes, because you are bold. You get a reroll.
Poor Yorin.
1 reroll when purchasing D20s with threat. Okay. Well, luckily that worked slightly better. My original roll, I just want you to know, was 19, 18, 19.
Oi.
I re-rolled one of those for a 1.
Oh.
And so technically 2 is a success, and since I'm using a sensory device and I'm chief science officer, I get another success off of it.
Nice.
Or
okay, yeah.
Or an
additional. We're running out of limbs to burn off here. We need some successes.
Okay. I buy that. So here's.
Can you use a tricorder with one hand?
Yes.
Hey, the fingers on the other one don't have to bend to be able to punch the buttons.
He can kind of.
She holds it for you.
Anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so not only do you is it a functioning transporter, you notice that it has coordinates pre-programmed into it. It's only going one place, to the surface.
To the surface of the planet?
Yes.
Oh.
It appears to be programmed for a location on the surface.
Specifically the control room.
Oh, okay.
Specifically the place we were originally trying to go.
Okay.
You with the press of a couple of buttons on your tricorder could engage the transporter. You also curiously note that the transporter signature, everything about the tech in this transporter is very, very, very similar to Dominion transporter tech.
Okay.
I keep that to myself.
Yeah.
So Yorin, what do you think? Do you think we should try it? This is more your area of expertise than mine.
Yorin thinks about it for a bit, and then a big smirk appears on his face, and he's like, I think you should try it.
Quick question. Can we hear this at the station in the other room, or
no? Once they went through the doors, you guys lost contact with them.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, hey. So I try to reach out to Voice Man. What do you think? And I'm just met with silence.
Yeah, nothing.
Well, shoot.
Once we lost communication, could I try to work on the computer to restore it?
Sure. You can work on it.
I'll let you. I after the big smirk, I say to Sanvana, I'll let you think about it for a second, and I go back and check the door to see if I can open it. Just casually.
Yeah, you find it very locked. Not just locked, very locked. Zip, if you want to make a roll to start working on the computer, it would be. So first, you're going to have to diagnose what happened. So that's going to be an insight engineering roll.
Okay, I'll definitely be using my computer's focus.
Yeah, that's going to be difficulty 2.
Okay. How much momentum do we have?
2.
You should still have 2.
2?
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
Yorin, I'm going to say you getting that third success, you spent the bonus momentum to know everything that you got to know.
Yeah, from my ability.
If you had kept going with momentums, then you would have carried them. But
all right.
But it's kind of hard when you roll 3 double-digit numbers.
Yeah.
High double-digit numbers.
You were lucky to even get that success. So.
All right. So, Yorin, why don't we flip for it to see who goes first?
I show her the tricorder with all of my engineering schematics on it and said, "Can you do this?"
I can. I'm sure if it goes well, then I can just do what you did.
Mm-hmm.
We're not really building trust in this. We
failed this exercise.
So much for Starfleet discipline.
We're both burnt and tired. It's really just...
Who's in charge here?
We're both at the same rank too, which does not make it.
At this point, I think the
I'll take care of
is in
this.
charge.
And there's other things I could still do up here. If you were left up here alone, would you be? Do you think you would be able to fix anything that happened on here? Imagine this. What if this teleporter only works once? And then you're stuck here.
Oh. How am I being out-logicked by a Vorta?
Because despite his
shame on my family
ridiculousness, he is basically just a nutty professor and knows what he's doing.
Good news, everybody.
Fine. I'll tell you what. I will go first. I mean, you are the most injured, so I should probably make sure that it's okay before you try it anyway. So I go and step on the transporter.
And I get a big smile on my face as I watch her. Very obvious to her.
Before they activate the transporter, I'm going to do my roll.
Okay.
Because I'm going to spin the threat
nice
to get a third die.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is a good time to make that roll, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure that if I'm going to die, that at least someone tries to stop me.
Oh, heck yeah. I got a crit, so that's 4 successes. 3, 9, 10. I finally rolled well. And it was just fully 3, so I got some momentum.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Wait, I thought I said difficulty 2.
Oh, 2? 2 momentum. I spin the threat, yeah.
To diagnose. Yeah.
To diagnose, yeah. So I've got 4 successes.
Yeah. So you very quickly see that there's nothing wrong with the computer. It is as if the computer was incapable of tracking them where they went, or not set up to track them where they went, but nothing malfunctioned.
Not within standard operating procedures.
Yeah. It's as if everything that system was designed to do was only from, as far as you guys were concerned, the hallway to that room. And that was it. As far as the rest of us are concerned, from an out-of-character perspective, it was from the moment they got beamed onto the planet, or onto the probe.
The vessel.
It monitors every room except the nervous center. So maybe there's some kind of interference there. Maybe they just didn't want the control room supervising the nervous center. Don't know. But so back to you, Zip, wherever they went, there's nothing that this system is set up to do to be able to supervise or overview where they are.
You have served your role.
As in, you could scan through every camera and you can see all through this probe, but you don't see them.
Hola, Roberto.
All right, so you can't see us. I'm still standing on a transporter pad, putting my life in Yoren's hand, which, you know, considering how tumultuous this last chapter has been, is quite a bold move.
Do you still have that chocolate cake on you?
Yeah?
Do you mind if I borrow that if I'm stuck here? It would help for nutritional value.
I hesitate for a second, and then I reach into my pack and pull out the half-eaten chocolate cake with very clearly like a hand mark and big bites out of it and offer it to him. Sorry, I didn't really have a fork or time to eat it.
No problem at all.
So I hand it over to Yoren.
Thank you.
But look very sad when I'm doing it.
And just before I type in the correct sequence to try to send her off on the teleport, I was like, I'll enjoy this memento of you.
Yoren? What does that mean?
And I do it. Does it work?
Oh, God. Yoren!
Yeah. So in the control room, there is an incoming transporter. Anyone want to draw a weapon?
Oh yeah. I spin around with my phaser at the ready.
Yeah, Tess is definitely drawing her weapon. Tolek has his phaser rifle poised. Like, this is somebody's beaming in, and
I keep an eye on our two friends there behind us just in case. You know, I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
I'm busy being a doctor.
Yeah, sure.
I look up.
So,
all right.
I'm assuming it's me on the transporter, and there's not like another thing transporting in.
Boy, that would be awesome.
That would.
No. What transports in is some kind of weird lizard
How much credit
creature.
are you giving David here?
Oh. Now roll to survive transport.
Oh gosh.
Roll to not be turned into a lizard in transport.
Yeah.
I mean,
roll to see if his abilities are greater than Snotty in Spaceballs.
All right, so do I have to roll to see if I survive this transport, or are we just assuming I'm going to make it? I get it that you may want to have your guys club back, but come on.
No. Okay.
I like having you around.
So, thank you.
So, transporter starts materializing.
And all they can hear is, Yora!
Yeah.
We just hear,
Whoa, guys, whoa.
And Tess says, what did he do this time?
So I'm raising my hands up. I have one severely burnt hand, and the other is slightly covered in chocolate.
I mean, they both look remarkably similar.
I actually still have chocolate on my face because we haven't bothered to get rid of that since last time. That's just been there the entire time, but no one's there.
What did it do to you?
Okay.
So professional.
God.
Tess still holding her phaser at you. Prove who you are.
Yoren sucks.
Where's
Yoren made me do it. We went into a room and then he fell down.
Her story checks out.
I mean, okay, look, this proves you're the person who was there. Prove you are who you say you are.
I'm pretty sure my mom wants to do it
I
with the
pull out
captain.
my tricorder and scan. Yeah.
Where's your chocolate cake?
Look at me. I ate part of it, and Yoren has the rest of it.
Where is he?
I hold out my hand with just to show the chocolate on it.
Where is he, anyways?
We should beam back now, I think. Let's contact the ship and
I don't know where I was. I don't know where he is. Wherever this transport came from, that's where Yoren is. And he
Yeah, how did you get a transporter?
Well, I volunteered as tribute, kind of. We found one.
Volunteer distribute.
You found one. You found a transporter on a several thousand-year-old probe.
Yes. And then
who's talking to her right now?
Tess.
Yes, and it was either stay in a locked room with Yorn forever, or use a transporter that may take me out, either kill me or take me out of there. And one of those seemed like a better option. I'll let you guess which one it was.
Both?
Sure, we're going to go with both. No, of course, transporting off of there. I gave him chocolate cake. I'm not a monster.
Meanwhile, I walk over to Tess and I show her the results from my tricorder scan. Comparing the scan now to what she was before we left on our mission.
Okay.
Her bodily composition is 12% more chocolate.
Whoa. How many people are talking? What?
Sorry.
Tess lowers her phaser.
Okay, now that we've determined that I am not a threat, can we please fix my hand? It hurts really, really badly.
Doc.
On it.
All right. Now we have a little more pressing matter to deal with. There's kind of people outside.
Yep, the alarm that went off, and
yeah, but they should be nice and cold and slow.
Okay, so we're just gonna leave Yorn over there.
Yorn, look, do you have a way of contacting him?
No, I mean I'm not saying.
Have we tried since?
Yeah, we did try to contact him. Okay.
Well, you guys did try to contact us when we went into the room.
So Yorn, now that I've left, do you want to try to use the transporter or no?
Oh no! This is my ship now.
Okay. All right. Well, now that my hand is healed,
if there's a chair there, I am sitting in it, running over my tricorder, trying to translate everything that can be done on the ship, while also taking an occasional nibble of the chocolate cake. And it's like,
oh no.
There is a chair. It's a very comfy chair.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
He is now Yorn Space Pirate.
All right.
I apply some analgesics and do just a mild dermal regeneration, just enough to take the edge off.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm feeling a lot better, so that makes me feel better, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I won't be able to do anything more until we get you back to sick bay.
Okay.
I wouldn't recommend getting into hand-to-hand combat or anything. So take it easy until we get back.
We may not be able to avoid that. The alarm's going off, but thanks for trying.
Well, if things go down, just get behind me.
Okay, thanks, Doc.
So combat is just a matter of point and click, thanks to phasers.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend she hold a phaser right now.
It's all right. I have my hands, which we all know are quite deadly. I still have the other one. All right, so the alarms are going off. I'm happy that no one's really nervous about it, but we should probably be nervous about it. I'm assuming that's not a normal. Is that a normal feature of this? It
was a silent alarm, wasn't it? Or we muted it?
Yeah, I think it got muted.
Yeah.
Is there like a light?
It had been going on for a while, hadn't it?
Yeah, the console is a little blinking light.
Okay. So I'm assuming, guys, that blinking light, we need to handle that, unless that's just a feature of this side of this station that we're on, or wherever we're at.
Oh,
that just means we have Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. Need to check my messages. Been gone for so long.
So
check the tweets.
Outside the control room, in the hallway, where it's a little chilly for a cold-blooded creature, but not entirely frozen due to
due to the fact that plot points need to continue. Yeah,
and due to some
plot armor. I mean, it was originally their station. You'd think they put some safeties in it so that they didn't freeze themselves out.
Basically, there was a coat rack. Everybody got a coat. It's fine. All right.
Oh, cold-blooded creatures don't need coats.
Let's go.
Due to some technology of sorts.
Yeah. Portable air conditioning.
Technobabble.
Yeah. There's an angry horde outside. led by our special guest.
Wait, we have a special guest?
Enter Robert.
Wait, is Robert here?
Hi, Robert.
Oh,
Robert.
crap. What up, General?
Stealthily sneak in.
Yes. General.
Yes.
I will give you the rank of General, actually. That seems fitting. You're a military man.
Okay.
Yeah, General, that seems right. So, General, you are, well, and you I know you have a backstory for Ingra, the angry Taithan. So feel free to lead where I am not giving you enough rope, but you are leading a group of half dozen or so minions down this hallway to the control room, and the people inside the control room are probably aware that you're on the way due to the fact of somebody inside the control room alerted you to come this way. So the reason you're on the way is that you were essentially paged saying, hey, there's a problem in the control room. You need to get here.
Got it.
And the control room is probably the most, if not the most, one of the most strategically important locations on Taith in this ongoing civil war. It doesn't seem like much, but this control room really does dictate a lot.
Who do I suspect is in the control room?
At this point, you would only suspect preservationist people trying to make a charge against you.
Okay.
Maybe the leader, maybe just minions going in.
SEAL Team 6.
Yeah, some kind of an elite preservationist team trying to recapture their control room. Because it is a very technological route.
I feel like that's everybody's dream, to be confused for an elite control group.
This is why we need control rooms removed from our society. This is the exact problem.
When they find out the truth
that they create.
You would have no notion. Actually, no, you would. Sorry. You do know that there is some kind of an alien spaceship that has entered orbit of the planet.
Yeah.
You have no idea that they've beamed anyone down to the planet.
Yeah.
The reason you know that is because the probe in orbit, the Ecosculptor, detected their approach.
Okay.
So, you being the suspicious general that you are, would suspect that a starship coming in leads to people beaming down to the planet, and perhaps they're the ones in the control room. Either way, you're coming in ready for combat.
Yeah. Okay. Well, first thing I do is I tell all of the crew to reach to their utility belts and pull out their fur jackets because it's cold in here.
Okay.
So, and then as we approach
in their belts,
and of course,
Yeah,
everybody has fur jackets in their utility belts. It's quite obvious.
haven't you watched Batman?
Isn't it like one of those Mary Poppins utility belts where you pull it out and it's endless on the inside? You're like,
yeah. I was going more the shark repellent route with it,
Right.
but Mary Poppins also works.
there you go. Yeah.
Or a TARDIS.
Or
Mary
TARDIS.
Poppins, y'all.
It all works.
Yeah.
So
So what I do is I position myself in front of the door. I have the team form behind me with weapons ready, but I will not have a weapon ready.
okay.
And I will instruct one of the minions to test the console to see if we can open the door or to see if it's locked.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so people in the control room, what did we do with that? I know we did something. We did lock it.
I can't recall what procedure we went through to.
Yeah,
do
I
that.
think Tigreth
Did you just blast the control panel?
They didn't do any. I don't think they did any damage to it. Actually, I think they got in stealthily because you guys didn't want to alert the lizard people.
Yeah, and I think Tigreth just said, "Hey, tap that 3 times and it locks it."
Oh, yeah,
Right.
So we'll just assume it's locked.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like a car. It self-locks. It's fine.
Okay. So you
as all good control room should do.
So you find the control room locked.
Okay. I shouldn't ask. I should know. I'm a general. Are one of my minions capable of overriding the lock?
Given enough time, yes.
Am I under any kind of pressure for time?
No. In fact, probably the people inside don't even know you're out there.
Yeah. Is there a comm system between there and outside that I could access? Is that active?
Good question.
You could access it and make it active.
Okay. Is that the same console or are those 2 separate consoles? It's because I want to try to get somebody hacking the door while I communicate with the people on the other side.
We'll say they're 2 separate ones.
Okay. So I will instruct my comm person to make contact with the people on the other side, and I will instruct my hacking person to start working on the door.
Okay. So I'm going to make a roll for your hacker, and we'll see how well that gets going.
Yeah, Angelina Jolie is doing it.
No, the question is do all the communication systems make them sound like scary voice man or
So we all sound like Batman.
Yeah.
Hello. Well, we have Sherlock, Johnny Lee Miller, you know. Elementary.
I was just watching Elementary. Sorry. Side note.
So your hacker said, sir, they didn't bother to reprogram the door.
Oh yeah.
It's the same code.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My nemesis.
No. 31415.
Pie. Did somebody say pie?
I think the hacker do not open the doors. I instruct the comm person to continue trying to reach through to the other side without indicating that we can open up the doors.
You got to make sure they're not just sitting on the alarm in there, because you know.
Right, exactly. Yeah, someone could just be resting their laurels on the control button.
Now, side question. Who was it? Is it Zip? Is that the microphone, or who's there?
Orange black.
Orange black now. Yeah.
Okay, so would be able to hear any what's going on there, considering that it was active hearing before?
All that system was tied directly to the probe.
Okay. Oh, so it was only monitoring there, not
yes.
Okay. Thank you.
No luck on the comm system yet.
No answer?
No
or no ability to reach out to them?
No ability to reach out to them yet.
Okay.
It was that bad of a roll.
That's okay. It is this is why we stay away from technology, and this is why we do not rely on such things.
Your comm operator is incompetent.
That's okay. I have my comm operator hand me his blaster rifle.
Yeah.
I turn it around so its butt's facing the door, and I give 3 swift bangs.
So basically, you just did the 40-year-old man way of fixing it. Let's just beat it with something.
No.
I just rang the doorbell.
Inside the control room, you hear thud, thud, thud.
Guys?
Pizza's here. I swing my. Oh yeah.
It's the Jehovah's Witnesses. Don't answer the door.
Jeez.
I take my left arm and sweep Santana behind me, and motion for us to get down. I pull up my phaser with my right hand. We crouch beside whatever's nearby if we can.
I watch as Tess and what's Treg's character again?
Tolek.
Why can't we remember that? Tolek.
Because it's so close to Admiral Solek.
Yeah.
We just can't get it. It's
Think
so
like highway
hard.
tolls.
Because Vulcans have no imagination in naming people.
I have to pay the toll.
I watch Tolek swing his phaser rifle up, and I spin around and put my phaser back up and put my so I have I can see the door, and I have our lizard friend next to us, and I have my phaser trained on the lizard friend. But I can have the door in front of me, so I can basically point either way. But I'm keeping the lizard, and I put the lizard and go. What was that?
Can I sense who's behind the door? Can I kind of sense their intentions?
Oh yeah, Beta Z. How about that?
I know. I can't fight, but I'm useful. Okay.
You sense hostility.
Guys, I don't want to be an alarmist, but I'm sensing a little bit of hostile intentions behind the door. I would everybody be ready.
A little
That's my
or
default
a lot?
assumption.
Specific.
It's so. Can I sense like degree of hostility, or can I just sense hostility? Like, are we going full Deanna Troy fainting on the bridge, or or am I just getting uncomfortable?
On a scale of 1 to do I really miss that chocolate cake?
Yeah.
I don't know.
In terms of slices of chocolate cake, how much chocolate cake should I be eating right now? Is that what I need to know?
So just to be clear, these are the opposition group's called the revisionists. Is that correct?
The deconstructors.
Oh no, wait, I'm the deconstructor.
Yes. Oh, sorry. They're the preservationists.
The preservationists. Okay. So you sense disappointment and frustration.
Okay. To be honest, they feel more frustrated and disappointed than anything. So just be careful. Try to see if we can. Let's try to see if we can talk them down. And we still have maybe have one of the lizard guy is still there, right? We still have a lizard, right?
Yeah. Tigrath is still there. Well,
he's been cooperative, right?
He's the one that's been like, why are you pointing a gun at me?
Guys, why don't we have one of this guy over here talk to him? What's your name?
Tigrath.
Hey, Tigrath. Do you mind
oh yeah, you're new.
Yeah. I've been on a probe.
We don't all look alike, okay?
You were on the probe, the eco sculptor?
Yeah, it was adventure. Do you think you could talk to your boys or people outside and let them know that it's to not kill us immediately?
They're not with me.
Oh, do they?
Put up my hand. And what exactly are their feelings towards you?
Disappointment and frustration.
Look, they're Republicans. He's a Democrat.
That could be just the general feeling that this guy has. I don't know. That's the general feeling my dad has all the time. Disappointment, frustration, all the time. All right. So, what are their feelings? Yeah. What are their feelings toward you?
He just said,
we are opposites.
That's not a great answer. What do you mean by opposite? Do you mean you're against each other or you're different? Like, what does that mean?
They would destroy all technology if they could.
So are you saying there's no way to reason with them?
I'm sure there's ways to reason with them, but I have not found any.
Okay. So I'm thinking diplomacy might not be the first way to go here. What do you think, Tess? I'm all for following first contact procedures here, but if Tigrath here says that they're going to kill us.
I think that bridge has been crossed already.
Yeah.
Can I ask again?
Oh, she wasn't here when we shot everyone.
Yeah.
Why they're against technology? Like what started their whole campaign against technology? Do you know?
As we start an entire history lesson while someone's banging on the door.
Well, we're in a hurry. We need to
In one
understand
sentence,
these
can you
people.
explain 1,000 years?
Like,
Is it,
or simply put, what have they got against technology?
They blame it for all that's gone wrong in their lives.
I move over to the computer panel and try to identify the comm system.
Okay.
Obvious, or do I?
Yeah. You
Okay.
would know what a comm system is.
So I look at Tess and say, if we want, we can initiate communications. Try the diplomatic route. I'd rather not get another gunfight with these guys.
I think that would be better. I'm a big fan of the no gunfight on that. It's been a long enough day.
To be fair, he did knock.
He didn't knock in a way that indicated that he was in a friendly mood. That was not a happy knock. That was a let me get in and possibly kill you. And also that frustration and worry makes me a little uncomfortable.
How long has this been?
Yeah, they're still trying to get in the door. We're like talking about
probably
Well, don't
at
speak
this
for
point,
him.
probably a minute.
Okay.
So Tess is in charge, right? Tess needs to make a decision. Come
Yeah.
on.
So before that decision is made, since it's been about a minute, do I know these doors to be thick enough to shout through? Or thin enough, I should say thin enough to shout through?
If you yelled really loudly, you could maybe get something through. The problem is inside the control room, there's a lot of machinery that can create a loud hum.
Got it.
So
a lot of noise.
if someone was close to the door, they might be able to hear you.
Okay. I will, after about 30 seconds of silence, I will instruct the comm guy to try again. And then I will hit the door with the butt of the gun 3 more times.
Okay. Hey, he made it.
Before or after I hit the door?
Before.
Got it.
You did get him to try again.
So
first,
so you're like he's fiddling about, and he's like not getting it. You're like in your backswing, and he's like, sir, hold on, I got it. We're in. We're patched in.
Excellent. I walk over to the comm system, hand the comm operator his gun back, gesture him to point at the door, and then I calmly say, this is General Negral of the Deconstructionists. You preservationists are surrounded. Please surrender.
Oh.
Tess says, well, that doesn't sound so friendly anymore.
I look at Tess, just shrug and activate the comm system and say, this is Chief Engineer Zimmerman of the Federation Starship Hadfield. We are not here. We are here peacefully. We are not here with hostile intentions.
The Federation has no place in this dispute. Please turn over all preservationists and open the doors immediately. Do I know who the Federation is? Like, how tech illiterate am I?
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
I mean, you can certainly play it like you know them.
Well, I figure, it's kind of like who doesn't know the Federation, I'd imagine.
So, okay.
But
so
how far is the reach of this
Maybe
people?
you just figure there's some new faction on your planet.
Yeah, you can just pretend you know who they are.
Yeah. So here, Taith, the Taith basically go way back, fought the Iconians.
Ooh.
And then you've been kind secluded. You've gotten very xenophobic.
Got it. Okay.
Dealt with you're like in the midst of a civil war.
Got it.
And
okay. I'll rephrase it from there.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know who you Federation are, but you're not involved in this domestic dispute. Please turn over all preservationists and leave immediately.
And I mutter, like, if we could leave, we would have left already. We didn't exactly volunteer.
I look at the others, and I just open the conversation. We would be more than willing to assist in discussions between your factions and open diplomatic relations between your people and ours.
This is not a conversation. This is an order.
Guys, I'm sensing he's pretty serious about that.
Yeah, somehow I'm getting that too.
Not sensing a lot
He's
of
not flexible.
This is not a flexible dude. If you were trying yoga, he wouldn't make it through a beginner's class. Okay. Tess, we need Tess to make a decision. You're the highest ranking officer.
So, David, at this time, are there cameras or no cameras?
There is one camera to the outside.
So I think that they can see me?
You're not actually sure where that camera routes to.
Got it. Okay.
For being very anti-technology, he does know a lot about cameras.
He's pretty aware of technology.
You have to sleep with the devil, right? In order to make change. So I'm going to point to the hacker and the door and then start a slow countdown with my hand to indicate, hopefully for him to understand, to indicate when to open.
Oh, that's fun. Okay.
Yeah,
so
that's what I got from it.
So, and before you said this is the idea I had. I was going to. This is going to be bad timing. I was going to try to scramble the door codes to buy us a little time so we could figure out what the heck we're going to do.
Roll off.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. I'll just tell Commander, I'm going to try to scramble the door codes, buy us a minute or two so we can figure this out.
So
just start working on the system.
Here's how I'm going to do this. You are going to have to make a daring engineering roll.
Nice.
Okay.
Because what you're doing.
Okay.
And this is going to be, you're going to have to beat their roll by 2 in order to succeed.
All right. Cool. I'm going to apply my computer's focus. And then, let's see. There's no one who can assist me because Yoren's not there. No.
Because Yoren's just kicking back on that.
Yeah, Yoren's a space
I'm halfway
pirate
across
now.
the room, so I can't help.
Yeah, and I can't let the security officer needs to keep his gun up.
I don't know if I have any expertise, so I can't really help.
Well,
how much
is Tigreth nearby you? Isn't he right?
I hereby declare the Free Republic of Yoren Space Emirates.
What kind of currency do you have?
Chocolate cakes.
But they will be in the World Cup next time.
Better than America, huh?
Okay, I'll take the chance. Say, Tigreth, I need your help. And then, how much momentum do we have?
4.
I'm going to spend a threat and 2 momentum to buy 2 more dice.
Okay.
So that should give me 4 and Tigreth the dice.
Yes.
It's a daring security. Let me get my rolls going. 4 dice. Here we go.
Okay. So, Robert, your hacker, you can determine how many dice you'd like them to roll.
I don't suspect that so as it was communicated to me, it was not going to be an issue to open the door. So I would not imagine I need to spend any additional points to try to open it. Okay. So I would have him just do the routine open. So I wouldn't put any pressure on him.
Would you like to make the roll?
You're my...
Okay.
Yeah, I'll roll for me, actually. Where's my die? But I'll have you roll for my team.
Okay.
Okay. I got a crit and a success, so that's 3 successes.
So did they.
What did Tigreth get?
Oh, I haven't rolled for Tigreth yet.
Come on, crit.
Well, I shouldn't be rolling on both sides. Have somebody else. Somebody on your side roll.
Yeah, someone roll for Tigreth.
Tigreth.
6.
Daring Daring engineering, right? 12.
I rolled a 6.
There you go.
All right,
Sounds
so
like
that gives
success
us
to me.
4 successes.
Versus 3. So you do not.
Yeah.
Shoot.
You get. Actually, no, you don't even get momentum.
No. I can just see the computer panel, and all of a sudden I see stuff changing and I'm trying to counter it, and like they know the system they know the system better than I do.
Yeah.
Like, okay, guys,
You
they're
just
about
weren't
to come
fast
in.
enough. He opened the door before you had the chance to implement it.
Yeah. Really what happened is you were writing code and you hit go as the door started to open.
Yeah.
The second I see the door start to open, I duck down to get cover behind the console and raise my phaser towards the door.
Suppressing fire. 0. I guess.
Oh my god. Oh no! Sorry.
All right, General.
It's got real weird in here.
General, you are in your control room.
Got it. Okay, so I am shoehorn flanked by 6 individuals with their weapons drawn.
You have
Well, I guess 5 because one person opened the door.
yes.
Got it.
Well, don't forget Senvana's behind me.
No. He's talking about his minion.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, so they're shoehorning me, or horseshoeing me in a way, and I come in unarmed without my weapon drawn, and what do I see?
So you see a room with computer banks, like old school, like the 50s computers. So like tall, couple of rows of those
Cabinets.
yeah, you see some cabinets, you see some like high stacked boxes, about 8 feet stacked. You see a center console table, like not even table, but like a military strategy table in the center.
Okay.
And amongst that you see what you've got you've got Tess, Tolek, Sanvana, the doctor, Zip, Tigrath.
Orange black.
The female's not dead, right?
So you have 6. Well, you have 5 humanoids that you do not recognize.
Okay.
Who are armed. You see Tyethan, who you are well acquainted with.
The preservationist.
You recognize him not just as a preservationist, but as the preservationist leader.
Yeah.
There's also the female against a wall slumped to the floor.
And you see you see a female Tyethan up against the wall, who was the one who signaled you and is also your betrothed.
Oh,
no.
I blow her kisses.
We're all dead.
How do you react to seeing her in her current state? Because she was shot, right?
Yeah, she was shot, and she was shot pretty good.
Okay, so I'm gonna try for control to not
go full Bonnie and Clyde on this.
Keep composure.
To keep my composure and to indicate that I do not recognize her.
Ooh, okay.
Oh,
or not that I don't recognize her, but not that I'm moved by her situation.
You have to go full.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll say make a command control roll.
Okay, so let's see. My command is 6, control is 10, so 16. And it's how many dice would it be? 2.
What's the difficulty?
It's difficulty 1.
Really? For someone he's betrothed?
2.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not trying to make it too hard for. I just trying realism.
Well, that's okay. I got a 5 and an 11, so I have 2 successes.
Nice, good job.
Oh, and actually, with your
You're so nice. It's like, oh, good
with your
job.
composure focus, you have 3 successes.
Oh, I do have composure. Look at that.
The 5 turns into a double. Yeah.
With that face, that is a composure face.
So you gain a threat.
Ooh. Let me mark that down.
Oh, I should message you and tell you how much threat you actually have to work with.
Come on.
It's all count how long it takes him to type.
It's not one.
Okay, so how many people are actually have their weapons facing the door right now, like where we entered?
4.
All of us, right?
Right. I'm hiding behind the doctor.
Yeah, I think it's
Tess,
5.
Doctor, Zip. That's 3.
So essentially everybody.
Talax, that's 4. Who else?
It's Tess, Tolek, Yorin, or not Yorin.
No,
Zip,
and the doctor.
Zip, and the doctor.
Those just 4.
And Orange Black is close enough that he can do his stuff. He does not have a weapon, but he has stuff. Think R2D2.
Yeah. He has stuff. That's so
descriptive. He's a droid. He's R2D2-esque.
But these are not the droids you're looking for.
Actually, no, he's not a droid. He's a hologram.
Oh.
Right.
Oh yeah, he can have whatever he wants. He is a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
Swiss Army man.
So what is the name of the Tyethian that you mentioned? So there's my fiance, but isn't there another one in there?
There's a couple more minions that you honestly don't care about. I mean, you probably care on some level, but they're meaningless to you right now.
I thought you said the leader of the preservationists is in there?
Yes, the leader of the preservationists is up. He is Tigreth, and he was standing next to one of the humans. Actually, the one at the communications device.
Kind of hiding beside it. Behind it.
Who appears to be the one that was talking to you. So
okay. Is Tigreth holding a weapon facing targeting us?
He currently has a weapon holstered.
Got it.
Yeah.
Wait, we didn't take that off of him?
Yeah, y'all weren't really good at You just holster, you're like, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I take a moment to glare at Tess.
Yeah.
Tess shrugs.
Got it. Okay. So
Tess was busy.
So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab the bridge of my nose and just sort of shake my head backwards in a slow motion. And I say, Tigreth, why do you involve outsiders in our disputes? And I point to 3 of my guys to move in on Tigreth.
I did not involve them. They came here.
Okay, so while he says that, there's 3 guys moving towards him.
What's Tess's reaction to this? Because as she sees them moving forward, she should have a reaction or give an order or something.
General Ngra, I understand that we are not welcomed guests here. But clearly there is a dispute, and it is not our way to let conflict happen if we can avoid it. We are Federation. We seek peace. We seek diplomacy. We seek resolution. We seek understanding.
And I seek to bring peace to my society. And right now, you are standing between me and that goal. General Tigreth, come with us.
We cannot sit by and witness a kidnapping.
It's not a kidnapping, it's an arrest.
An abduction.
I don't know. Okay, so I stopped my 3 people that were advancing. So I singled them not to advance. And who is it that's talking to me?
Commander Tess Denning.
He's the commander. So she.
Yeah.
She's the cap. Okay, so I don't know. I don't
She's
want.
the
I
leader
don't,
of the
don't
group.
want
She's the
more
leader.
information. Don't want more information because I don't know her role anyways.
Yeah.
I just know a woman is talking to me right now.
Yes.
And she is pointing a weapon.
She has a weapon. She has it. She's moved it. She had it pointed at the door when you came in, and she moved it towards the advancing soldiers in a watchful way, not necessarily in a ready to strike way.
Got it. Unidentified gendered species. I do not know your role in all of this, but my role is to bring peace to my society. Please step aside so we can finish what is solely an internal dispute.
All right. So I step out from behind the doctor and stand next to Tess. I'm not armed. So.
and chocolate stained hand.
With a chocolate stained hand and a chocolate stained face. I'm going full on.
As far as he knows, that's natural pigmentation. So.
Oh yeah, no, right? I'm just saying I look good, okay?
Is that a mold growing on your face and things?
It's a delicious mold. All right, so I stand next to Tess and I gently place my hand on her shoulder. And Tess, I don't know if we can interfere with this. I don't know how well this is going to end. We aren't really supposed to be here.
Are there universal translators? Or should I not know what they're saying?
I'm saying it supposedly quietly enough that you can't hear it.
Okay.
I have a loud voice, but you can't hear it.
The way Starfleet ones would work is when you project your voice, it translates for you. So you are translators, but mutterings and whisperings you wouldn't.
I'm stage whispering to Tess. Tess, I don't think that we can interfere here. It's clear that he's going to take this to whatever end that he wants to. I don't think that we can. Tess? Tess?
I also can't stand idly by. Tigreth has helped us. He's done nothing wrong that we know of.
So, sir, now you can hear me because I'm talking to you. What's your name?
I am General Negral.
General Negral. We're strangers here, and we can understand that you have a duty to fulfill. But I was hoping that we could talk and maybe negotiate with you, because my crew has been helped by this man, this person. There you go. I'm like, what's neutral?
this them.
this lizard has been helped by this person, and we feel that we are in their debt. And I understand that you have a duty to fulfill here, but we feel obligated to them. Can we not talk this out a little bit?
Oh, Tigress, what have you done? Why do you bring others into our internal disputes? I am so disappointed in you.
Nagra, she is one that was on the Nabazin Vendi. She survived every test on that device.
Devices are corruptible, and that is why they must be destroyed.
Your people put her on that ship.
Are Are we talking about the probe? Is that the novel?
Yes.
Is there significance to me getting on and off of the probe?
Your people were at the control room, General. They split up these people. They put 2 of them on that probe.
Why would my people have done that? What's sort of the backstory to putting them on the probe?
Oh, character.
Amusement.
Oh.
Let's see what this does. Let's see how they handle this.
I know. And those and Tigress, those people have been dealt with. It is not our place to meddle with technology. It is our place to remove it from our lives. Because when it gets into the wrong hands, as you have seen, it only becomes a destructive force.
However, we're involved now. I understand that you've dealt with whoever put me on that probe, but we're involved now, no matter if you've dealt with them or not. So I believe that we should have a say in what happens here.
Then you may all join Tigress in detention while we resolve this peacefully as a society.
How is that logical? We have done nothing to you. You put me on a probe and you burn me, and there's still one of our comrades is over there. How is that any kind of justice?
So
we've done nothing to you.
David, did I know somebody was still over on the probe? Do I have any insight as to what's going on to the probe?
Crap.
No.
I should have told you that.
Yeah. So I give a incredibly dirty look to my hacker, I guess.
Why was I not made aware of this?
Yes.
He's never good at his job.
Yeah. And then I give him what I would suspect is a hand gesture for "you fucked up, go fix this."
And
and I send it.
So the hacker actually walks over towards the computer console, kicks aside the
console I'm at. Sorry, the console I'm beside, or a different one.
The one across the way.
Okay.
Kicks aside the body of the Taithan that used to be giving the orders. Puts on the helmet. And Yorn, you start to feel a tingling sensation as you are transported.
No, would be his reaction.
Yeah.
Well,
it's like my chair.
Does the chocolate cake fall from his hand as he's being?
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
No.
Not the cake.
Yeah.
It's now alone.
The cake is left on the probe. And Yorin appears. Yorin appears in the control room.
Crud.
I just literally can see Yorin just stand there and go, crud.
Did I get anything from the ship while I was on it?
You have a bunch of data on your tricorder.
I guess that's a something.
Yeah.
At least
and
I
a
got
burned hand.
And a burned hand. And you're hurt still from earlier when I took you out.
Yeah.
For drinks.
You're pretty battered and bruised at this point.
And I've also hit you in the face, so I don't know how your face looks, but it may be bruised.
Hi there.
It looks better.
What's going on here?
I motion for Yorin to come over beside me, so I can cover him.
I do not stop that.
I look left and look right, and it's like, okay. And Yorin just kind of doesn't really walk. He kind of trots over, like a half jog.
Yeah.
I try to avoid eye contact with Yorin. It's been weird. Sir, while we thank you for bringing our crew member back, that still doesn't change the situation.
This is an internal dispute among an internal race. Outsiders are not welcomed.
Right, so then I turn to Tess and I whisper, Tess, I don't they're very xenophobic. I don't think that we're going to be able to talk them out of this. It's up to you how you want to handle it.
General, this is Tigreth speaking. General, how long have we fought? It's longer than you and I have been alive.
Yes, since our fathers' have drawn arms against each other.
Clearly, what we are doing has not worked for the entire people of Taith.
Because you subscribe to silly religions about what technology wrongly provides.
And I could say the same thing about you, but repeating the same arguments is getting us nowhere.
Well, they're very obviously dialoguing, which is like monologuing, but worse. I kind of elbow test a little bit and whispers like, has the captain said anything about this yet?
The captain's not aware of anything, Yorin. He's up on the ship and we have no communication with him.
You don't? But we did on the probe.
You could talk to him on the probe?
Yeah, it wasn't clear, but we got something.
Did you try talking to him again after you talked to us?
After we left you alone?
I had a probe to discover.
Oh, Yorin.
I was busy trying to keep her alive after she did this to me.
I didn't do anything to you, Yorin.
Children.
You fell down.
Children. Not the time.
Can
Talk
I
about it. Yes.
I surreptitiously
later.
Go for it. I surreptitiously tap my comm badge and whisper, "Zimmerman to Hadfield." Just trying not to move my mouth, seeing if I can get a signal through.
Turn to Hadfield.
Zimmerman to Hadfield. I just realized we've not had a chance to even try to contact the ship because stuff won't stop happening to us.
Yeah, no, you keep trying to barbecue me.
Do I kind of see? Like I feel I would get a sense of this sort of like shifting in place of people.
Yeah, because Yoren's moving and now we're kind of talking and you two are
hoping that's a distraction.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you start. Yeah, you definitely get a sense of people just kind of fidgeting.
Got it. So I'm like, Tigress, we will deal with our issues later. We have a more pressing matter.
My point is, General.
Tigress, we have a more pressing matter. I turn to, I guess, mud-covered lady with...
Mud girl. Mud Vana.
The mud blood.
That's awesome.
I look amazing. Yes.
And I look at her.
Mud covered lady. Yes.
Yeah, and I say, how is it that we can assist you? Because you clearly are not in a space that you're meant to be.
Okay. We'd like to have communication with our ship. I think that would be a good way to start. And we would be happy to provide a neutral party so that we could help resolve the dispute that you have with your colleague here.
I point to hacker guy again.
He nods.
Non-verbal communication.
I hope he does more than that.
And he goes to work.
Okay, so this is how it happens. I point, he nods, I kind of shrug my shoulders.
And he goes to work on the computer.
There you go.
Again.
So I should reach out because I can hear like telepathic communication, right? Do I hear them having telepathic communication with each other?
They're just that well disciplined.
They're just that good.
No, you do not hear any telepathic communication.
It's a different network anyway. So.
Can I glance at the computer console next to me and see what he's doing over there? Is it on the displays? Not that I actually get on the computer console and try to do it, but is what he's doing just showing up on the displays is like mirrored on my screens as well?
No.
Okay.
In fact, you even catch a glance of his display, and it's blank. So what he's doing is happening in the dark.
Somebody needs Jordy goggles.
For an anti-technologist, he has someone who's fairly proficient with technology.
I was kind of noticing that myself.
I was gonna say he has a guy for that. He has
Yeah, I don't touch this stuff personally.
I know a guy who knows a guy.
There's an app for that.
Look,
I have a guy. I have a suit guy, and I have a computer guy, and I have a door guy.
and when all else fails, I got a guy.
And I also got a fur coat guy because everybody needs a good fur coat.
I got a gal guy.
12 years.
But
So,
no. Hey, what's the first rule of warfare? Know your enemy.
Yep.
So I should know who the fur coat guy is what you're saying.
Are fur coats your enemy? Then yes.
Yes, fur coats are my enemy as far as
Maybe there's a lizard chocolate guy.
He's my friend.
Okay. So he says, General, we've got communication whenever you want to give it to them.
So I look back over at Mud-Covered Lady, and you are free to communicate with your vessel and leave at your discretion.
So I look over to Tess because Tess, it's up to you. I don't know how much further we can take this with them. I'm whispering this, by the way, stage whispering. You can't tell because I'm just talking it, but that's fine. Tess, I don't think that this is something that we can interfere with as much as we may want to. At least not in this position. This isn't, to be honest, the odds aren't looking too great. And the feelings I'm feeling off of him aren't exactly, I feel like if we frustrate him anymore, that we're going to end up in prison. And I've already been alone with Yorin the entire day. And
That's prison enough.
A little stressful. It's been a little stressful.
And Yorin is injured, and I'm injured, and it just doesn't feel like it's a good idea.
While everyone's discussing, I go try to tap on Orange Black and it's like, hey, you got a plan here?
I currently estimate a 5% chance of success at engaging in diplomatic talks.
Oh.
I forgot my microphone was muted. Sorry, guys.
I saw that.
I
was like, whoa, someone said
the doctor tapped the thing on his neck, holsters his phaser, hands up, walks over the other side of Tess and says, Commander, I can tell you exactly what the captain's going to say in this situation. Prime directive clearly states at this point we have no grounds to interfere. There hasn't even been a call for asylum. Our hands are tied.
Yoren's ears kind of perk up at the mention of the word asylum.
No more pets, Yorin. No more pets, Yorin.
Well,
does the doctor even notice that Yorin is like really injured?
Well, we're dealing with this situation first, and he doesn't seem to be like in agony.
Not dying.
So I'll see to him after.
I'm just trying to see if Orange Black has some kind of a backup plan to sneak into the computer systems or something.
I think the doctor's right, Tess. I think that we need to take our leave of here. If their prison is anything like their probe,
Lieutenant, you're forgetting Orange Black. Orange Black requested our help.
I stand up and from my crouch and I walk over to get in on this conversation. And I keep, my one hand's clear, but I keep my phaser visible in the other hand. And I go, Commander.
How far are people moving at this point? Like, how far is John away? How far away is John? Like, when he moves over and goes and talks to people.
You were across the room, weren't you? You were quite far away from wherever we were. I think so.
No, I feel everyone's sort of around me, and
Okay.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, I figured everyone was kind of within. Everyone's probably within 5 to 8 feet of each other.
We're like a table distance across from each other.
Yeah. So I just stand up and say loud enough, Commander, this might be a prime directive issue. We might not have a say. And then I sort of whisper to her, we could always emergency beam out and take Degreth and Orange Black with us. And then just turn back and just shrug my shoulders nonchalantly.
We're taking Orange Black.
So just for clarity part, do I know what Orange Black is? Because I'm sure I can overhear some of this. So
the name Orange Black is familiar because you know the naming patterns of Tyethan sentries.
Got it.
But you don't see a sentry.
Okay.
Yeah, you see a person. Yeah, he looked here.
You see you see another Vulcan in the room. Not that you recognize Vulcan, but you see another humanoid.
Pointy-eared humanoid, yeah.
Yeah.
Another weak skin.
Slightly green
flesh
skin.
Yeah.
But without all the lovely markings that I have on my face, so you're very confused.
After I say my
unscaled people.
After I say what I say, I walk back to my place in the computer station. So if I had to, I could duck down in a fight and sort of position myself again between Degreth and the others. I mean, I don't want to be obvious about it, but I'm in sort of a position to take a shot if need be.
So I think that Tess should take a role to decide between trying to beam everybody out, including Lizard Helper, or just getting us all out of there, because I think that's where we're at.
Is the door open?
Yes.
We are in a face-off right now.
Yeah, we are against a bunch of fur-coated people.
We are trying to
Can
get guns for fire.
Can I speak for Tess for a moment?
Sounds like
Yes.
Yoran's kind of tempted to pull out his phaser just to see if it would turn into a Mexican standoff.
Holding
Tess looks
yourself
over to
hostage.
Orange Black and says, "You wanted us here. What do you want from this? What outcome are you looking for?"
I wanted talks, but that doesn't appear to happen here. It seems fairly clear that the deconstructionists have won.
Yes.
So Tess says, "I understand that your positions are diametrically opposed here. But what I subject to you is that on this apparent eve of your victory, perhaps before pulling the trigger, as it were, with the technology and everything, given that you've had many generations locked in a single purpose, perhaps you should take some time to reevaluate where everyone is as a people and where you want to go from there."
So, David, is my motivation to destroy this probe, like, once everybody's off right now? Like, if they beamed away, is it my motivation to destroy this thing? Like, this second?
Your ideal scenario would be to celebrate the end of the Civil War, your victory, by killing Degreth and then destroying the probe as your fireworks.
Got it.
So like
a political show.
Yeah.
Your political show of strength.
Oh, so we're going full V for Vendetta here,
My rival is dead. Their symbol of technological fortitude is destroyed.
So with this sort of thing, just out of character here, given the technology factor and his perspective, like, how connected are these people? Like, is there like a news service? Do they have TV or whatever? Like, is this something like he could like show on TV to demonstrate people, or are they becoming more Luddite, or what's?
Yeah, they're gonna have to send out a town crier. How are they gonna tell people to?
Well,
Exactly.
from the standpoint of the deconstructionists, they'd want to get rid of the news service, the television.
So they're going full North Korea, is what you're saying? Like there's like
no, they're not going to even have internet at my house.
Luddite kind of thing.
They're going back to.
They're going Amish.
They're going
Amish.
Yeah, but they're using the devil's toys at this point.
Yes,
from that point of
This
view.
is all
So,
unnecessary evil.
and in order for them to win over the people to their side, they need to demonstrate. They need to communicate this. So they're still utilizing those technological methods. Because then, if that was the case, then you would be saving the destruction of the probe for when you can have everybody aware of what's going on to push your victory, to have them all aware that yes, this is our final blow.
Yes, it's essentially gather as many as possible in the town square, as it were.
Right.
And
so that takes the immediate danger to the probe away or off, which I think is what Robert was getting at.
Sure.
Yeah.
Am I right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And I just don't want to destroy it the next second. So the situation can diffuse. I can take Tigress, and it sounds like I want Tigress alive, right? Because I would want that to be a public execution.
Right.
Finalize
you're gonna have to agree.
Hence why you didn't already shoot him when you came in the room.
Well, there are other people with what looks like weapons. So
yeah.
No need to start gunning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Pointy end goes towards the other man.
So, Tigress starts walking towards you, General. Very calmly. Kind of
in the room.
Sluggish, defeated.
I point to one person to go beside him, sort of to take his arm, or if we have anything like cuffs or anything of that nature.
Take him into custody.
Tess raises a finger. I have a proposition. Given that your people, as I said, have diametrically opposed opinions on how your society is to exist, what about offering asylum to those that wish to remain with technology, and we can arrange with the Federation to find them a new home so that you may live your way and they may live their way? You never see them again.
Could our population sustain such a departure?
Weren't you just going to kill them all anyway?
No, just this one guy.
Oh.
Just the figurehead. So David, I guess what he's asking is like how much balance is between the preservationists and the deconstructors? Like, are the deconstructors like more prevalent in society or less, or are they pretty equally balanced?
It's about equal.
Yeah. Actually, I'll answer this way though. I'll say what you propose is to cut off my right hand, and even though my hand may be dirty now, I can wash it clean. But without my hand, I cannot survive.
Metaphors aside, you are suggesting going back to a more basic way of life, and in that way of life, the necessity for larger populations diminishes, and you are much more sustainable, both ecologically, agriculturally, and sociologically, in smaller groups than large ones.
You present
Is that a bluff check?
Yeah, I was going to say there's a lot of political theory in there. This is neither the time nor the place to have these conversations.
Then may I suggest that while you take Tigreth, you stay of execution for the meantime, and we put this to your leaders to further this proposal, to see what they think.
He is the leaders.
Oh, he is? Okay. Then we take some time to consider this option, to see how your people would be affected. and then maybe we can come to a conclusion that doesn't involve the end of the ways of life for these other people without harming your own.
You are not in a position to make any requests. However, I will take it into consideration once we have left this monstrosity.
General, I need you to make an insight security check.
Insight 7, security 6. What do I need?
So this is going to be
Security 6.
Yeah, hang on there. Can't have anything higher than 5, dude.
Yes, you can.
Oh, you can?
If
You
you're
can if I'm making the character and he's a general that's warbent.
Okay.
So
Damn.
this is going to be opposed.
Okay.
And
by Yorn's deception because he's scanning the room.
Oh,
no.
I should have just. Hey, I could have just had them leave you on that probe. I tried to get you involved.
All I'm saying
You made them take me off.
This is being
You gave me up
by Tigreth, and I will tell you what happens after the fact.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, we're all going to be exploded.
I know. So. Okay. So, what is the? I'm trying to think of how this would work.
So the way
it's an opposed roll.
Oh no. I'm saying I'm trying to think if I should use threat at this moment, but I don't think this is something that I would be prepared to use threat on.
You probably wouldn't.
Yeah. So okay. So I won't use any threat. So
Tigreth, on the other hand, has been plotting this.
Of course, I imagine as much.
And so he is going to. I feel like he's the good guy now, and he has to use your momentum. Sorry, guys.
Well,
that's okay.
So he's going to be using a value.
How many hostiles in the room?
We got 2
7.
momentum left, right?
7 total, right?
Yes. So he's using a value for a set crit, and then 2 to buy another die.
So we're opposing rolls?
Yes.
I have 2 6. I have I rolled 1 success and then rolled a 4, which I believe is a double success.
Is it? I don't. No, you don't have any focus for this.
Oh, got it. Okay, so then 2 successes.
Yes, and I have 4
already
successes.
2 successes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that will get 2 momentum back. So I spent momentum and gained momentum back. So you guys are fine. So Tigreth, as he's being cuffed, manages to slip his right hand out of a cuff, grab a knife that's in his back pocket,
Darn.
and stab it into the back of you, General.
Oh, so wait, but I thought he was. So he was passing me. I thought this was happening in front of me.
This is as he passes you.
Got it. So he gets cuffed. They're walking him.
Away, yeah.
He's being led out and stabs him in the back. Okay.
Literally.
So this is going to do
7
probably not
damage.
This is going to do
Okay.
2 damage to you.
So I am looking
localization.
at this
Hit the spot.
sheet, and you have a lot of crossouts.
Yeah, so the way stress works is you start taking stress damage.
Okay.
And if you take 5 or more on a single roll, then that results in an injury. And if you take your total amount of stress, then you are knocked out.
Got it. And what is my total number of stress as I look at the sheet?
General,
I see. I got
Security
it.
plus fitness.
A lot.
I got it. Okay.
A lot is the short answer.
Got it. Okay.
Probably in the lower to mid 20s.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah. Boy, that knife could have been so much more effective.
Tis but a flesh wound.
I mean, he is wearing military-grade armor.
Yeah.
Well, he did 2 damage, but to what part of his body? Roll for localization. Maybe he hit something vital.
Nah. That's fine.
All right.
That would be if I caused an injury. Then we'd go there. But
Rolled a crit or something.
so General, you've been stabbed,
but not horribly. It seems more like a light
shrugs it off.
Literally backstab.
Barely notices it. Was there a mosquito in here?
Got it.
I'm gonna say the fur coat blocked some of that damage.
Well, okay, you're like lizard-esque people, so they like have scales or something.
Yeah.
So between the fur coat and scales or whatever body armor or clothing you wear underneath. Yeah.
That's weird.
Is Tigress is it Tigress or Tigreth?
Tigreth.
TH, got it.
Right, yeah.
Is Tigreth free at this moment? Or is he still sort of struggling because he's detained but is stabbing me at the same time?
So he has his left hand is in a bind of some kind, but his right hand is free.
And is it free? Or is he is he still wielding his knife?
His knife is currently lodged in your back. And now that hand is free.
Got it. Do our weapons have stuns on them? Do I know if they're stunned weapon?
Yes. Yeah, they have charge as a quality.
Got it. Okay. So I roar in anger.
Roar.
Yeah.
And I order him immediately stunned.
Okay. So we'll have one of these guys make a roll against the. Yeah, that hits.
Is that the general shooting him or somebody else?
That's one of the minions.
Also, consider how close in proximity he is to the general. There's a risk of hitting him.
Oh yeah, but not with the roll I just made.
Oh, okay. Like a 1?
Close.
I mean, considering they didn't realize there were 2 people on a probe, I'm not super excited about, like...
Where were you? Where were these rolls earlier?
I don't know. Whatever they were, they caused me to burn my hand, so that's...
No. These are effect dice.
Oh.
Where am I in relation to the guy shooting?
Yeah, he's Tigreth is now convulsing on the floor.
Well, I didn't want that.
No, like he got hit by a taser.
Okay. So I look at the mud-covered alien, and I say, "So this is what you defend?" And then I point to whichever person would probably be the closest thing to helping me, and I point to my back. And I please
deal.
Yeah, please deal with this.
Don't
pull it out.
You shouldn't pull it out.
Well, their physiology could be different. Yeah.
I don't know, Doc. Doc, why don't you help him?
So are they still on the probe or are they back? Are they here?
I don't think they would trust me to administer to their general at this point.
Treg, everybody's in the control room.
Okay.
On the planet.
Oh, that's right. We are actually on the planet.
Yeah.
I keep envisioning being in a control room above in space. Space. So someone attending to me?
So there is a minion or the doctor.
I don't think I'd recognize what a doctor would look like, though.
Sure.
But so, you would know the word doctor, wouldn't you?
Yeah, she said doctor out loud, and I responded, so you would hear that, and you would figure out that I must be our doctor.
Is my minion going to kill me if I rely on him?
What?
I mean, he might.
Roll for faith in your people.
Exactly.
Yeah, here. Let's.
I mean, is he competent? Like, what's his competency skill?
Yeah, here. Make an insight medicine roll. It's difficulty 1.
If the doctor's going over there, I'm accompanying him.
I know I missed.
We'll wait till we get there.
On an 11.
Yes.
So you have no idea who to trust medically.
Then I would rely on my own people.
Okay. You're just like somebody. I don't care who.
Right. I imagine this is going to take a little while.
Oh well.
Well, he probably just grabs it and yanks it out. Because they're not exactly medics or doctors. They're probably like, oh, take it out.
Okay, here. So the underling comes up, the minion, and
like letting Yorin do.
Oh no!
Brain surgery.
He says, "Well, sir, it appears you have a knife in your back."
Oh my god!
I'm like,
With that kind of insight.
I'm like, I have an expert comm guy. I got a hacker over here, but no doctor.
We left him back at base.
Yeah.
I'm filling in for him.
No field medics.
Dr. McLeod face palms.
Yeah, I'm like,
sir, please let us help you.
this is embarrassing.
I can pull it out.
No.
I wouldn't recommend doing that.
Please attend to our people, our things, our allies, right? Because there's a couple of us still in there that are not Tigrath, correct?
Yeah.
Like my wife, my fiance's in there.
The old ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So are you saying that to your people or to me?
So I tell that to this guy.
Okay.
And then I look to the mud-covered woman, and I say, do you have somebody that can help me with this situation?
Yes, our doctor has expertise in this area. Doctor? Can you please help
George
me?
tries to
stand up.
step
No,
and volunteer himself. Oh, I can do this.
Yorin, stay where you are.
I'd like to clarify. He's the doctor. I point to the doctor. That is Yorin. Yorin does not get to do this.
I'm like, I don't care who Yorn is. Can your doctor please assist?
I'm walking over. Yeah, I'm just reaching for my medical diagnostic tool. I pull my medical tricorder.
I'm a
This
doctor
is a
too.
scanner.
Yeah, why does everyone forget that?
You're a PH, duh.
Hey. Okay.
Okay. So this is a scanning tool, and I basically talk him through what I'm doing, just to sort of keep him aware, so I'm not like pulling anything. Mm-hmm. So it appears it hasn't pierced any vital organs. It appears to just be lodged in your skin. You have rather thick skin. All right. I guess it's all right to pull it. Hold on. I put the tricorder away. I brace one hand on his back, and then and I take the knife, flip it around, and point the handle to the general. General, I believe this is yours now.
1 second. So I slowly start flipping the knife in my hand, looking at the blood.
That's not unnerving at all.
Just let me close. I go into my medical kit. I pull out the dermal regenerator, and actually I can't because his coat's still on the other side. But I said, "Oh, it's just stuck in the skin." It's like, yeah.
Yeah. Did it get mostly coat?
If you remove your coat, I can fix that for you. We wouldn't want you to bleed out.
I think I will. I guess that's a good point. Okay, so I shrug off my beautiful fur coat.
And let someone use technology on you?
Yes, I understand the irony.
All right,
yeah. I go to town with the dermal regenerator. sealing up his wound.
Yeah. In exchange for, I imagine you're finished now. Does it take long to regenerate?
Oh, it probably took like a minute or two.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Your kindness and generosity is recognized by our group. In exchange, if there's some of this technology that you want to take with you, you are free to take it, as it gives us no value.
Tess pipes up. Do you speak for just what is here or your entire world?
Jordan immediately opens up his tricorder and starts scanning everything in the room.
David, how much technology is on the world? Bigger than a bread box?
Yeah, definitely bigger than a bread box. So most of it is concentrated in three main, I wouldn't say control rooms, but three main bases. This control room being one of them, and then kind of two other military installation like places. One of those is controlled by you, General. That's essentially your base of operations. The other is a preservationist stronghold.
And this was the tipping point, this one here.
Yeah, this is the one that was fought over and was under deconstructionist stronghold.
The general and his associates still have their weapons out?
Mine do, I'd imagine. Except for the people...
Not holstered, but at rest.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
I've got my phaser in my hand, sort of just, not pointed up, but at my hips, or just pointing at them.
Yeah, I thought about slinging my rifle, but not if they're still holding them. Never mind.
Treg's like, this situation is diffusing. Let's spice it up.
With your permission, General, we can bring down engineering teams to work on removal of the technologies that are here. However, if there is any conflict with any other preservationists in the area, we will not interfere.
I will not tolerate a disruption to the dismantling of the technology. You can take with you that which you can carry out in the next day.
Thank you, General. Zimmerman, prepared to download the databanks. Set up a link to the ship to download all information in the databanks.
Right, and I'll have Vax and Thing One, and Vax and the Things set up teams to come down and start going over this place.
Wouldn't be a bad idea to have a security officer or two in each team if they're going to keep walking around with weapons, just in case.
Well, basically, he just means like this control center, this area here. We're not getting any free pass to go anywhere else.
Oh no, I'm perfectly fine with having security escort, though.
Oh, for sure. Just
I'm not going to turn that down.
Oh yeah,
I'm an old security officer too, so I'm not.
Well, I think we should get Yorin some help now.
You're now.
I'm going to. So
Jordan barely looks up from his tricorder. He hears that and get back to work.
Yeah. I'm busy.
I must take my leave to tend to my people, those that are injured and outside of here. But I'm going to leave 2 people as general security, and I point to 2 people. 2 of the random ones.
He does the very official point, motion. You know what I want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The non-verbal.
Non-verbal. Yes. And then
the Rambo in the jungle kind of hand
Yeah.
communications.
Oh, the ship.
And then I guess how many what is the time cycle on this planet?
Oh,
It's asked.
Well, if it's a colder world, or no, it's a warmer world, so it'd probably be closer.
yeah.
Closer to the
Say a day lasts a
sun.
month. Say a day lasts a month.
But it
So,
really depends on
so the years would be shorter.
but
but-
the rotation would probably be slower. Because
Well,
they tend don't planets that are closer tend to I think Mercury doesn't rotate all that quickly.
I don't believe it's in relation to their orbit so much as like
It's been a while since
the
it's
core and everything. Like, given it would probably have a pretty hyperactive core,
Okay, so
I would say it'd be pretty fast days.
So the entire civilization is underground.
Mm.
Or
yeah,
sorry, not
right.
entire.
Okay.
The bulk of it is underground.
Mm-hmm.
The surface was essentially made uninhabitable through Iconian skirmishes.
Probably that damn omega particle.
I mean, maybe.
Their translator will pick up that they have 2 standard days,
Okay.
Okay.
whatever that may be.
We will do the conversion. It'll do the conversion for us.
Mm.
because
Yes,
it's
but I
so-
imagine that would be sufficient time. 2 standard days.
Mm.
Mhm.
So, okay, just dawned on me. So a dog day afternoon, would that be like 7 afternoons?
Yes. Yes, it would. Hey, so
Listen,
good news.
yeah.
That means you guys get to keep orange black.
Yay!
Do we have to carry it? Well, it's super light, so
It's a holographic emitter. Why would
yep.
it can carry itself?
So is the general gone now, or is he still there?
Did he take Trigreth, or is he still on the floor?
No. My intention was to take to Greth all of the wounded, like my fiance, and
Okay.
leave 2 people behind.
Okay, so it's just them and the 2 people. So
Yeah.
if they're all gone, I finally get to go over to the computer and I catch sight of my face. I'm like, come on, guys, seriously, nobody thought to mention when in the middle of tense negotiations that I have cake on my face.
I think the general covered it rather well, Mudface.
You never actually called me Mudface. to
Mud
my
woman.
face.
Hey,
That's her new nickname around the ship.
yeah.
Oh no.
I don't understand these human jokes.
Or lizard jokes.
Mud lips. There you go, mud lips.
Oh no.
As soon as things kind of get started and it doesn't seem like the guards are paying as much attention to anyone in specific, I pull aside Zip and say, "All right, look, we need Vax, we need you, and we need to recalibrate external holographic emitters on the ship, and we need to do it fast."
External holographic emitters?
We have internal.
Yes, we need them now.
We have internal on the ship. Not external, to
Sort of-
my knowledge.
Whisper very quietly because I know Yorin
ver-
can hear that. What
Very
are
quiet,
you?
very quietly, and very urgently.
What are you thinking? Because the idea of getting all this free Iconian era tech is not unappealing to me.
Do you not also need the ship, the probe? As Yorin kind of very surreptitiously taps on a pad as a kind of knowing gesture.
How big is the probe in relation to, say, the cargo or shuttle bay on the ship, or the cargo bay?
Like, could it fit, or are we gonna have to build an extension?
I don't think taking in the probe is the plan, unless it is that tiny.
Can we pack it up?
Well, okay, they didn't.
Can we disguise it long enough
hey,
to make it look like it
guys.
exploded and just get it
Yeah.
out?
He didn't
Yeah.
say we couldn't take stuff from within the probe, so perhaps we can gut it. He can still have his show of blowing it up or whatever.
Well, no. We're taking the probe. This is
Uh,
Grand Theft Star Trek.
So this is probably a debate for next
Yeah,
time.
this is not things we were saying out loud in front of everyone. This is me and Yorin looking
This
at
is just
Yorin
me
going,
and Yorin. None of the others are involved in
yeah.
this.
All of a
Really.
sudden, we're just going,
But I will say the probe is I do have stats for it here.
Could we tow it?
pushing a rock, pushing a rock, pushing a rock.
The probe is.
Please not V'ger. Please not V'ger.
No.
There's some
What does God need
That's
with
really
a star?
The probe is about the size of a runabout.
Oh,
easy.
just the Elgin-
How the hell did we get lost in a
What's
maze in a
It was
runabout?
probably a holodeck.
Yeah, we got lost for a really long time in a very small space.
I know that the probe is theirs.
Well, the probe is that these people's past technology.
It's the era.
Yeah.
So we could-
Ah.
Do
It
you
could
know
have
that
been
it's
left there.
Do you know
Yeah.
that it's Taethan?
Did they say we could take it?
That is true.
All I know is it has very, very burny walls, and I don't like it.
So right now, Jorn and I are taking the term "take the technology" to a very extreme.
Oh
in our
yeah.
heads right
So
now.
Vax, I guess he's there or whatever. So he says, "What about this?
Oh yeah,
we-
Max isn't. Yeah, we'll get to. Are we on the
create
ship or?
a holographic emitter module that mimics the probe? We replace it for the probe so that it looks like the probe, and then when they destroy it, we set it up to have big explosion fireworks so it satisfies them down on the ground, and we get to keep the probe."
Exactly the kind of thing. I was
Big
thinking.
boom.
That seems dishonest.
This is. I know
This is, by the way, this is
I-
not being shared in general with the rest of the crew.
Exactly. It is not a matter of theft so much as preserving this wondrous technology from the past. We could learn so much. It would be a shame to waste it. We are protecting it.
Exactly.
As long as the people below do not sense this deception.
And then
You know-
delivering it to the people who kidnapped Zip's children.
You guys sound like hoarders, by the way. Like, just as long as nobody knows that we have it, we don't
No,
want
that
to
we're
get
taking
rid of it. Yeah.
We don't care who knows that we have it after. Like, we'll know. But, yeah.
As much as I'd love to have this, this has to be cleared with the captain first. Sorry, guys, but
Sorry to burst your bubble with all this launcher.
Where is it?
because these guys would literally have to hijack the technology on the Hadfield to steal the thing, and I don't think
No,
the
no.
captain's going to go for that.
Well, the captain would have to, okay.
Yes. Well, not if Jorn was up to it. If it was up to Jorn and
yeah, well.
Vax. Yeah.
I mean, Jorn wants to take it and also remove a key component or two here or there that cannot be replaced.
I quote some regulation that we can't do that.
I mean, the entire subplot that's been going through this season is that the Dominion wants to take over this ship.
Like 3 people.
Whatever happened, who was the third person that was in our thing? Was that someone who left?
Yeah, that was Craig's character.
Yeah.
Left
So-
or was forcibly removed.
Was forcibly removed by the timeline.
I was just counting Jorn and the 2 Jem'Hadar when I said
Yeah.
So,
All right. Anyways, I think we are at the point of this is a good stopping point. We will put a nice bow on this next week.
so
Or
pretty.
not next week. Next
2 weeks.
next.
Next fortnight.
yes.
David's birthday.
No, that was a fortnight ago.
Yeah.
I thought you said it's June 29th.
No, it was June 1st.
Yeah.
29th sounds like an important day.
Exactly
for
4
months.
months before mine.
So,
Or 8 months after.
thank you, Robert, for taking that in a completely different direction than I would have taken it.
Way to go, Robert.
In multiple ways, which is awesome. Because well, I'll elaborate after I stop the broadcast. But
You are now honorary co-GM.
that was no, it's
It's awesome to have you,
fantastic,
man.
and it's great to have things go in ways that I don't plan for.
Oh, now I'm curious what you thought I was going to do.
Yeah,
Murder everyone.
no.
Oh.
I'll just say that I was brushing up on a lot more combat rules
Oh.
than we ever had to use. And I wrote a lot more combat statistics for all these characters.
I mean, writing these, aren't there like Generic NPC stat blocks we're supposed to use. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
On the door, anyways.
But they hacked the door.
And nobody
They
phased.
didn't have to hack the door.
I
They
know,
knew the
the
door.
doors never
Like,
got changed.
It was their door.
You were far more
The key
gentle with the
still
door
works,
than David
or General.
expected.
Yeah.
They forgot to change the locks.
This is like a real game because the DM just spent hours working on something and the players did nothing with it.
Exactly.
And then we decided to just attack each other
All right.
and then gently goes through the door. It's fine.
Let's wrap this up for the viewers, and then
We can have our fun afterwards. So I will say thank you all. Come back in 2 weeks, and we will finally put a bow on the Tyethan arc that's been going for like 2.5 months.
it's only been 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Which is also 2.5 months.
Yeah, well, no, because it started with Orange Black.
That was like a month ago.
Oh,
That was
a month
like
ago was the last time.
1.5 episodes ago.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, in my mind, it's the whole Tyethan arc has been brewing for a lot longer. So it's been, all the plotting to get Robert lined up and all that good stuff. So
Don't oversteep your tea.
yes.
Bye, guys.
Again, thank you,
Later.
Robert, for guesting. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
it was a great time.
It was a lot of fun. So
We want you to come back sometime.
yes, and with that, broadcast ending.